941.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio. WKGN 1340, go Vols!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith punching the time clock, 3 o'clock on this beautiful Friday here in East Tennessee. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in to us this afternoon. A lot going on in the world of sports. Good to be back in the White Claw Hard Seltzer studios alongside Bob Baskerville and Bear, Walker Smith with us this afternoon as well. We're going to talk to Chris Lee of Vandy Sports coming up here in just a few minutes to preview big game tomorrow in Nashville. Logan Quinton, the Cookie Man, going to stop by in hour number 2 of the program. We're going to give away some tickets to the baseball game that starts here in an hour and a half in just a minute. So stay tuned for that. But first, we begin the show with just some of the worst news that we've had to talk about in recent memory. By now, most of you have heard about the tragic passing of Wes Rucker yesterday. And Bob, to say it doesn't seem real is an understatement, man. I mean, I see so many people online saying the exact same thing I think we were all thinking at trivia last night is there's no way this is true. This is some sort of horrible hoax. We're dreaming. It's a nightmare. And it's just awful.
It is. It's just unthinkable. And, you know, you just, and from the perspective for so many of us who are husbands, parents, all that stuff, you have that factor, but just from a human perspective too. And the thing I'm struck by most with him, I was talking about it earlier with somebody else, was I met Wes a couple of times. I can't say that I really knew him that well, but I was certainly familiar with his work. And, some found him really polarizing. I would call it authentic more than anything else. You know, I mean, I think that's who he was. And man, all the way till the end, I'm sure many of you might have seen by now the video that came out from his last show over on the streaming service they do at WBIR. And it was just, I think it might have even been yesterday, where he was talking about his style and who he is. And that's one thing you'll always remember him by, but also just all the stories about just a great human being too, man. It's definitely one that gives everybody pause to just think about also just the fleetingness of all this.
Yes.
All of it, you know?
Yeah. I mean, like you, I won't pretend to have known him well, but I mean, he's 2 years younger than me. I remember having journalism classes with him at UT, and anybody that's worked in sports media here in Knoxville for any length of time has had some sort of interaction with Wes Rucker on some level. And it's just absolutely devastating news. He was probably the most followed Tennessee reporter, like on Twitter. Like, he was an early guy on that and just absolutely dominated that and made it his own and carved out his own thing over there. And was able to cut through in a really crowded marketplace. So hard to make a name for yourself in sports media anymore, because anybody can do it. But he wasn't just anybody, man. He built an incredible following, and there's a tremendous hole in the East Tennessee sports media landscape today. But that hole pales in comparison to the one it's left behind in his personal life. I just can't stop thinking about his young son that he's, always tweeting about. And it everything, and I mean, it just.
He's got to know, his first daughter is due in May. Young wife. It's rocked the Catholic community, because that's, for me, it's kind of different, because I knew Wes before he was Wes Rucker, sports media guy. He was just, he went to high school at Catholic with all of my nephews and nieces, and he was, he's always, to me, at the end of the day, he was just Wes Rucker, a Catholic kid. But my heart just breaks for his family, his sister Molly, his wife Lauren, and the whole Rucker family. This is just awful.
Yeah. I speak for all of us here at Fan Run when I say that our collective thoughts and prayers are with the friends and family of Wes, and it's just, I see there's a GoFundMe going around. If you want to donate to that, you can. And I mean, that thing, like, the goal was, I think, $150,000 or $200,000 or something when they started, and they've just blown through that. I mean, it's, you can't measure a human life, of course, in dollars, but the outpouring of support is just, I was telling Sam Beard, it's hard to be online, and, we have to spend so much time on social media getting ready for this show, and all it is stuff about Wes, and it's so sad, but I can't, like, I've just been looking at it all day, all night. I was up real late, did not sleep well last night, and just have been looking at it nonstop. And it's so sad, but I can't stop.
It also, I was amazed. I mean, you just talked about the reach, how far his reach was, but I've been amazed at, like, how many people have that he knew and had relationships with.
Hey, I mean, I think that's what we all would have ambition for in a life well lived,
sure,
however short it may be. Is your legacy is how you're remembered. And I mean, to Russ's point, that GoFundMe thing's upwards of nearly $300,000 now in a matter of hours. And that's not even really the point. The money is not the point, like Russ said. It's more about that's how strongly people feel about him, and that network reaches beyond here, like you just said, Bear. I mean, it's like it's national. There's been so many people we have on this show that are not from the Knoxville community that are in support of this, and
just awful.
My biggest additional takeaway is, and maybe that's some of his legacy too, was he brought some calm. As sad as this story is, he brought some calm to something as potentially everyday toxic as X, right? I've seen a lot of civility on there, on account of his passing, and as it should be. But it was nice to, again, if you look for some sort of silver lining in this, it's like, man, okay, people are all right, by and large, everybody, the people have hearts, and we're seeing that here just by everybody sharing their stories, extending their condolences, all of those things. And that's that should be a takeaway, right? It's like,
and I think he would have gotten a real kick out of it.
Sure.
Just knowing him through his, his online and his professional. It's the kind of thing, that he. I was trying to raise a level of civility, even for a moment.
I was trying to think. My last interaction with him, it has been years since I'd seen him, but I think we were at a press conference at Neyland Stadium, and I was walking around there, and a $5 bill fell out of my pocket, and like, I didn't know. Mm-hmm. And he just like approached me and said, "Hey man, you dropped this." And I was like, "Oh, thanks, man." I remember jokingly saying to him, like, kind of awkward, I was like, "Oh, you're a better man than me." Like, I would have kept it, or whatever. But he's like you said, Bob, when you see the kind of impact that he had, with all this online right now. Rick Barnes spoke about him this morning for a minute before his press conference, and Josh Heupel just tweeted out something about half an hour ago as well. So it's he was a force.
I mean, and you can't find a young, aspiring, maybe by now established.
Oh, the kids love us. Yeah.
That have been on that beat that can't say something really, really good and have a good memory about him. Jack Foster from RTI and Omaha Productions shared it. It's in a piece where we did a tribute on RTI for Wes today, where Jack, I think, was covering the baseball regional. So school's out, and he didn't really have anywhere to stay. And he was just talking about it in passing. He was like, he was going to go get a hotel room, and Wes approached him and said, "Hey man, you can stay at my house tonight. You just need a place to crash tonight. Come stay." And he said they barely knew each other, but that's just always got a guy that was just lending a hand for these younger guys who were getting started. So, I mean, and the last thing I'll say about it is, and I know it's trite, and this whole thing about, hug your loved ones. It's real, man. I mean, it's been on my mind a lot from the standpoint of you just don't know. And be kind, man. That's the other thing. That's why I said the positivity that I gathered from this is how many people had nice things to say about another person who, by the way, pissed them off a lot of times with some of the things he said. That means a lot, man. I just think that's what we all need to remember and maybe apply it to our own lives too a little bit.
Hear, hear. Well said, Bob. It was a surreal experience last night. We were down there at Barley's having our sports trivia challenge, and got the news like very early, like right as it was starting. John Reed told me, and my mouth hit the floor, and it pretty much ruined what should have been a great night. And it's hard to talk about games when you're absorbing such devastating news, but we'll try and we'll do our thing here this afternoon. Certainly, Wes had a great sense of humor that always came through online,
right? And
I'm sure that he would want all of us, and I say us, I'm talking about Vol fans, to enjoy ourselves and the sports universe. And like you said, Bob, maybe try to do it in a little bit nicer way. So we'll try to honor that. And to get things started here this afternoon, we are going to give away a pair of tickets to Tennessee baseball. It is a beautiful day out, and first pitch between Tennessee and Kent State is coming up at 4:30, just over an hour. So you're going to have to drop what you're doing, whatever that is, and don't call in right now unless you can go, okay? But we are looking for caller number 10 at 865-966-3435. That's 966-3435. Our friends at Crown Cleaners giving us a pair of tickets to the game they want to send you. So go ahead and be caller number 10 right now at 865-966-3435. Tennessee basketball at Vanderbilt tomorrow. We will talk about that when we continue right here on Fan Run Radio. Stay with us.
The Drive.
Check out exclusive Fan Run video content on YouTube. Just search Fan Run Sports and be sure to like and subscribe.
Check out Lenoir City's newest place to hang out, watch sports, and drink the best craft beers in America. The Casual Pint Lenoir City is now open on Highway 321. They've got over 30 beers on tap, with everything from lagers and pilsners to sours and IPAs, as well as stouts, porters, and brown ales. You can also create your own six-pack from their singles cooler or pick up some packaged beer and a growler fill to go. And be sure to bring your appetite, because they have a great menu featuring appetizers, brats, burgers, flatbreads, and wings. It's the Casual Pint Lenoir City, now open on Highway 321 across from Gold's Gym in Lenoir City. Swing by and check them out, and don't forget to tell them Fan Run Radio sent you.
What's up, Fan Run Nation? This is Evan Rogers with ECR Total Landscapes. We're excited to continue our free stump grinding promotion with Fan Run Radio this year through March 31st. If you've got problem trees in your yard, give us a call and we'll come out and cut them down and grind the stumps for free when you mention you heard us right here on Fan Run Radio. Take it from Russ. We'll treat you right at ECR Total Landscapes.
That's right, Evan. I had the ECR team out to Stately Smith Manor last year, and they took down a bunch of trees for me and grinded the stumps for free. Now I don't have to worry about those trees falling on my house, and my yard looks much better. Do what I did. Call ECR Total Landscapes.
Thanks, Russ. Call us today and we'll come out and give you a free estimate. Our number is 865-384-2012 and our website is ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo Crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
All right, back here on the Drive, Fan Run Radio on a beautiful Friday afternoon in East Tennessee. Chris Lee coming up here in just a few minutes to talk about Vanderbilt and Tennessee. A big one tomorrow night at Memorial Gymnasium, 2 p.m. Bob, I feel like I've said this 3 or 4 different times since SEC play has started, but an opportunity for Tennessee to notch a really nice quad 1 win. I feel like the last couple of times I've said that, it hasn't happened. So maybe I'm jinxing them here, but dang it, man. It's been a while since we've had a big one.
Yeah, I agree. This is a big one.
When was our last big win? Alabama?
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Yep.
We're due.
I mean, it's big in every way. I mean, Vanderbilt's now a game behind Tennessee in the SEC standings, and again, you kind of feel like maybe you're resigning yourself to the fact Florida is going to win the regular season conference title, 2-game pad with 5 games left, and they look really, really good. So now the focus is try to get one of those 2, 3, or 4 spots to get the double bye. Well, Vandy wants that too. So they're 1 game behind. They're also 12th in KenPom. So, I mean, this is a big resume win for either team. You know, if Vandy takes it, it's big for them. If Tennessee wins it, big for us. This is a big one. I think it's the biggest game in the SEC this weekend for sure.
Lady Vols broke.
Oh,
are we broken?
Are we going there?
I mean, we're going there. We got to, right? I mean, that's a water cooler topic right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're
stick a fork in them.
Yeah, well, I mean, last night's game was incredibly important for them to get a win because their next 3 games they could easily go 0-3 because they're facing really, really good teams, and 2 of those games are on the road.
Are they on the bubble now?
It's going to be interesting right now. Even if they lose the next 3 games, they'll be 16-12. And even if they lose the first game in the SEC tournament, they're 16-13. I'm afraid maybe just their reputation still might get them into the tournament, but their seed would be quite low, and they won't be around very long, not given the way they're playing. So I've kind of shifted on that, where I was thinking, okay, is this going to be the first time in program history they're not going to make the tournament? I doubt it. I think they'll make it, but it's not going to be a long run.
To me, the thing that is difficult to me, it's not about players and coaching. It's about effort.
Yeah.
And when you're having that conversation in year 2, never a good sign. Look, it's great that they outscored Texas A&M 23-13 in the final quarter last night, but you were a 20-point favorite. And how on earth do you fall double digits behind for most of that game? You should never have been in that position. That's a you didn't show up problem, not they out schemed you. You had this player out or whatever. Yeah. That is a effort issue.
And it's a pattern from the standpoint. It's happened a couple of times at home. Mississippi State, they were double-digit favorites as well a couple weeks back and got smoked.
But that's a great point. This is also what kind of doomed Kelly Harper was. Remember, they weren't playing with any effort at the end for her. It's the whole reason we went out and went looking for a new coach.
I think this is worse, man, because I think it got ugly, and maybe this is recency bias, but we've all seen the clips on the loafing, like not trying. You're not running. You're not sprinting. That's inexcusable in any sport for any gender at the SEC level. Yeah, man, can't have it.
No, it's a completely bad vibe that's been around this team for weeks now. It could have been around for months, and we just haven't seen it until now.
2-6 in their last 8 games.
Jeez.
And
I'd be lucky to make the tournament.
For what it's worth, I really don't think we're gonna miss a tournament because right now we're listed as a 6 seed. in here. And as Bob said, these last couple games are against top 10, top 15 teams minimum. And the SEC is just too strong of a conference for them to leave Tennessee out. So I think any talk of us missing the tournament is a little far out there.
Yeah, I do see them dropping, though, at the rate things are going. I mean, I could see them in there, but more like an 8 or 9 seed. And that, again, not a great place to be, because then your second round game is going to be against a 1 if you win that first round. I don't know. It's tough, man. It's kind of surreal that it's even happening this way.
Never would have dreamed that we'd be having the conversation about Kim here in year 2, but here we are. All right, pleased to be joined now by Chris Lee. He covers Vanderbilt for Vandy247.com and, of course, Southeastern 16. Chris, good afternoon. You got Russell, Bob, Bear, Walker, the whole crew here. How you doing?
Hey, good afternoon to you guys.
Hey, man, thanks for jumping on with us. We are looking forward to a big one tomorrow afternoon, excuse me. Long win streak for Vandy to start the season, 5-5 in their last 10. What's gone right? What's gone wrong for the Commodores?
I think the biggest thing is just injuries. I mean, this was a different team back in, December. Even a little bit early January before the Frankie Collins injury set in. But this team was an identity of, you got 3 really elite pickpocketing guards in Tyler Tanner and Duke Miles and Frankie Collins. And now one of them has been available over the last month, and that's been Tanner, who's kind of getting worn out, to be honest with you. So I think that's part of it. They may get Miles back tomorrow. That would be a huge help. I don't think they're getting Collins back at any point this season. But, they've had to change what they did. Because what this team was to begin the season, when they went 16-0, they were getting steals. They were getting easy dunks on the other end of the floor and those kind of things. And look, some of that was picking on weaker opponents. You can't necessarily do that against Alabama or a lot of teams in this league. You can do it some, but not to the extent they were doing it. And so when they got all their guards hurt, they had to really change styles. They were getting really beaten up by big physical front lines. And so that was a problem. And so what they did is like, well, if we don't have guards, we'll go a little bigger and we'll bring beefier guys in, like a Chandler Bing who's getting more playing time. And instead of really pushing the tempo where they were, probably top 20 in the country in tempo at one point, they've really slowed the game to a crawl at times. They had a 64 possession game in that 10-game stretch because they were like, well, we got to keep Tanner fresh. And, just slowing the tempo is a good way to do that. They've been probably more attentive defensively. They've been a really good defensive team at times after being a really bad team in some of those losses. So it's weird because it's like you're not even watching the same team in some ways. The style is different. The personnel is different. And I'm interested to see if Miles comes back tomorrow, how big of a role he can play. Is it just maybe 5 minutes to get him back in, or can he be a dude again? It's just I think they're all kind of counting down the days to where they've got 2 healthy point guards again, because that can change a lot for this team. And frankly, have been playing a lot like they were when they were 16-0.
Chris, thanks for joining us. Let's fan out a little bit on Tyler Tanner, because I remember watching him last year as a true freshman, and his minutes were more limited on that team, but he looked like he had that special thing, and barely made turnovers, as I recall last season. This year his usage is up, and I mean, did you imagine the revelation that he's become this year that quickly in one season to turn around and be essentially an all-SEC player?
No, I didn't. It's been one of the weirdest things I've ever seen, because think about this, and if you guys can name a player where you've ever seen this, then have at it, because I haven't. You don't usually see a guy who goes from 1 year being a guy who comes in and he's a role player, and he's like, his thing is just don't make mistakes, because he went, 200 and something minutes of his career without turning the ball over. And then in year 2, and even this was starting to be the case a little bit when I had all the guards healthy, like a go-to guy. That's a very, very different shift in mentality from a guy that's just a role player who's not counting on anything near a lead dog to a guy who's scoring 37 in about, I don't know, 17 or 18 of those in the last 4 minutes against Oklahoma when they lost, but he almost won it by himself. You know, the other night he's playing with the flu. He scored, I don't know, 17 or 18 points in the second half, and Missouri couldn't get stops on him, and he almost hit a 50-something foot at the buzzer to win that game when they were down 21 with 8.5 left. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a guy that stylistically changes the way that he did from freshman to sophomore year. It's unheard of.
Talking with Chris Lee this afternoon here on Fan Run Radio. Chris, Vanderbilt ranks in the top 20 in both KenPom offensive and defensive efficiency. I believe it's something like the last 20 national championships have fit that metric. To me, that always screams coaching. You know, not a lot of people thought Mark Byington was a sexy hire 2 years ago, but is obviously doing something right. What is it about Byington that has made him so successful?
Well, the industry liked him when he got the job. I mean, you look at where he was, Georgia Southern and James Madison. They didn't really win before him. They didn't really win after him. He was used to doing more with less, and then it was a better situation, though, at Vanderbilt. Obviously, you can get more players, better players to Vanderbilt. You know, I go back to what I was saying earlier. They've completely changed the style of play that you've seen. Like last year defense was a problem at times. They couldn't get stops. This year they've been pretty good defensively. At times they've been elite. And again, it's like you're watching two completely different teams. One that plays fast and does things one way, and one that slows it down and really grinds you half court. I don't know that many coaches can make the pivot he's made in the middle of this year with all the injuries and frankly, illnesses at times. They've had key players that had the flu and playing through that kind of thing. It's really wild to see how he has had them winning in different ways.
So put your coaching hat on for a second, thinking about this game, because look at Vandy's lineup, and you guys, compared to Tennessee's, it seems to me like there's some pretty obvious disparities, like in the front line in terms of just size, right? I mean, I think that's something to pay attention to. Tennessee's great rebounding team there, so that feels like an opportunity for Tennessee. What do you feel is the opportunity for Vanderbilt against this Tennessee defense, for example? Where do you think there's an opportunity for them to kind of seize the moment when playing the Vols?
Yeah, I was going to say, first of all, I think you've nailed it. Tennessee is exactly the kind of team that gets in trouble. You know, Florida beat them with the bigs, and I know not everybody's got Florida's even as good as Tennessee's front line is. They're not that deep, but you know, big physical teams have been a problem for them. So I think you nailed it on that. I think for Vandy, again, they've won different ways. They don't, one kind of common denominator is they don't turn the ball over a lot themselves. And so that's the thing. They don't give teams a lot of extra opportunities with run-outs and things like that typically. I think shooting, Tyler Nichols, a guy that's hit 8 threes in games so far, in a couple of games this year. He kind of got held down at Missouri. So, you know, look, Tennessee, I think, it's not as elite defensively as it's been, but it's still really good. So it's going to be an issue. I think, to me, it's like, can you hit more shots than Tennessee does? Which, you know, we've known, as great as Rick Barnes has been, as great as those teams have been, where they get in a spot where they have these scoring funks for half a half. I think that's a place where you've seen Vanderbilt make that work with advantage on that end, and I think that's probably going to be a key. If Vanderbilt wins tomorrow, it's going to be holding Tennessee to a spurt where they just have a lot of troubles getting points.
Talking with Chris Lee, Vandy 247, the Southeastern 16. And Chris, it sounds like you're at a Vanderbilt baseball game, my friend. Are we at Hawkins Field today?
Yeah, we are. They started it too, and I apologize for the noise. I didn't want to be in the press box and bug everybody up there, but so you guys are getting the other end of it.
No, it's all good. We love the natural sound right now. How are the Vandy boys looking here early in the season?
It's been weird. This is a team in a program mostly built on pitching and defense, and they're leading the country in home runs. 5 games and a couple innings in. So Brody Johnson's having a big breakout year. Braden Holcomb has been really good for them. Logan Johnstone, the transfer from Washington State, has been getting on base and setting the table there. I think remains to be seen with the pitching. Connor Fennell, who was their ace last year, has already given up a couple runs today through 2 innings. Austin Nye, they're 2, I think they think can be a first-round pick next year. can have a big year this year. But I think right now the bullpen it has been really shaky in big games so far. I think that'll even out. But it's weird because this program is built on pitching and defense and kind of station-to-station baseball is taking on a really different identity so far 5 games in.
Speaking of Hawkins Field, we are basking in the warm glow of a stadium renovation, a much-needed renovation here in Knoxville at Lindsey Nelson. And I believe I saw where, there's some renovations going on at Hawkins. I know they're very limited with the space there, but some really nice renderings a couple of years ago. How's that looking?
Well, it looks like a big hole of dirt and gravel right now. They'll start all that after the season. They've moved the fences in 20 feet to the right field foul pole, and I think closer to 25 in the gap, or I think it's 15 actually. So, and they moved the wall up 2 feet to adjust for that somewhat. But they're going to put a big facility in right field. They'll have suites and all the modern day amenities that they have with these things and restaurants and that stuff. But it's going to be great, from the drawings when they're done with it. But I think it'll be this time next year probably before we'll see it.
It's just part of the explosion of college baseball in this league. The ballparks, really illustrate that, from Knoxville to Nashville, the Mississippi ones, LSU, Florida, Alabama, Auburn. They've all, Kentucky, they're fantastic.
Yeah, and it's not just that. I think the interest in media covering these games this time of year, it used to be you would get some coverage of college baseball, but a lot of times it was regionals. Now it feels like everybody's kind of caught the bug. It's an alternative to you maybe if your favorite basketball team isn't doing very well sometimes. But I think really, I feel like with a lot of SEC teams, particularly getting to Omaha, places like Tennessee, which had been before, but it hadn't been in a long time. You saw it at Kentucky, which had never been until it went a couple of years ago. I think fans are getting a taste of success and seeing it's a really good product. They're seeing guys, you can go get to any SEC game. I don't care who the teams are. You're going to see a couple of guys that'll be in the big leagues one day. And I think maybe as fans are starting to see it more, and I think the TV, the SEC network has certainly helped with that, when it was created a few years ago. But I just think all those things are really serving to boost fan interest. And it's been fun to watch a game that I've loved for over 20 years now really starting to take off as more of a mainstream thing.
Hey, 2 more things for me, Chris, coming back to basketball. First of all, I'd be remiss if I didn't say this. I should have said it earlier, but Blake Lovell, I've been doing stuff with him on certain shows. He's now been a guest on The Drive here over at Southeastern 16. That guy knows ball, man. We love talking with him. So I just want to make sure you got some of that feedback on your teammate, Blake.
Oh, thank you.
He's a dude. Also, for Vandy basketball, 5 games left. You got Tennessee 2 times. And then games at home, a game at home against Georgia, and then road games against Kentucky and Ole Miss. Given the gauntlet that this conference is, what do you think is a reasonable expectation for Vanderbilt in terms of, because they're right up there battling like Tennessee is for likely one of those first 4 spots in the Southeastern Conference tournament with the double bye. What do you think it would be a reasonable goal for you guys to go, like 4-1, or it's not got a lot of road games there?
Yeah, I think you're probably pretty happy if you're 3-2. They probably wouldn't say that, but Tennessee's going to be tough to beat even at Vandy tomorrow. That's just a tough stylistic matchup for them. Again, Miles may be part of things, but how big a part of things is he going to be first game back if he's back? I don't know. I think if it's me and I'm answering that question, I'm going just win one more than you lose and call it a day. Mm-hmm. But all those games are losable. But I think that the toughest 2 are the one tomorrow and the one to win the season against Tennessee, because just matchup-wise, Tennessee can certainly do things that give them issues.
Chris, great stuff as always. Enjoy the weekend, and I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
You bet. Thank you guys for having me.
Yes,
Thanks, Chris.
Chris Lee calling in from Vanderbilt over there, where it's a big sports weekend just like it is here. They got baseball going on. By the way, did we get a winner for those tickets? All right, I gave those away, right? Am I imagining things?
Yeah, you announced it.
Okay, we'll figure that out here during the next commercial break. But big sports weekend. You've got full-on convergence right now with basketball, big game tomorrow, baseball series going on, and let the record show it's 3:34, and this is the first time we've said the name Joey Aguilar.
Yeah, no kidding. The other thing I got to say, I don't know if you were able to sift through it at the beginning because it was kind of loud when we started with Chris, but I'm always up for the Green Acres theme song.
How many times? That's what that was. I was like, yeah. I know the tune, but
yeah, coming on the stadium organ player.
I was having trouble placing it.
Yeah. Yeah. That damn Whistler. That's all
wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did we hear that?
No, the Whistler? No, I don't think so.
Their fans don't even like that guy.
How could you? I mean, it's annoying. And even if you're not even just a visiting fan or a visiting team, I think it's just annoying in general. You know, if you're a season ticket holder, that'd be tough.
Oh, I'd
loud, shrill. Seems like I've heard that before.
I would talk to people. We can't go one day, Bob.
I didn't say.
Well,
you know,
guys, I'm sorry to cut in, but we have to go to the Fan Run breaking news desk for a big one.
Wow.
Speak of the devil, Joey Aguilar.
Oh, God.
Tennessee quarterback Joey Aguilar has been denied a preliminary injunction against the NCAA, making him ineligible to play for the Volunteers in the 2026 season, according to court documents obtained by On3's Chris Lowe. Chancellor Chris Haggerty, the judge in this lawsuit, ruled from the Knox County Chancery Court on Friday. Joey Aguilar denied his preliminary injunction.
King George it is.
Yep.
Now, can he appeal?
How hard do you want to fight this thing?
Let's see. Chambliss was denied first, wasn't he? And then
he was
appealed
denied by the NCAA.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
if it
was him, I would want to fight it till the end. My complete non-legal expert opinion here is if you can't win on your home field with a judge that's a Tennessee fan in Knoxville, like where you're gonna, I don't know where the appeals court is. Does that go to Nashville? Is that still like, I don't know, but it seems like if you didn't win this one, you're going to have a hard time winning elsewhere.
That, and considering this judge's reputation, it would probably be pretty hard to get one of his decisions overturned on the facts of the case. I don't know. He's got a really good reputation, and how long's it been? I mean, he really deliberated and thought about it before he didn't just come out and make a snap decision on it.
Do we excommunicate this judge as a Tennessee fan?
No.
Take his tickets away?
Let's see.
Ship him down to Alabama where he belongs?
Roll down Tide.
No.
We talked about this with I talked about it with CeeLo, and he was saying he was hearing from like other legal folks that last week he didn't feel, not Chris, but the other guy was like, I don't think it went well, honestly. The fact that
they did make a very good argument for why it was
the
whole crux of it. So
all right, so news just coming down. Chris Lowe reporting that Joey Aguilar has been denied his bid for a preliminary injunction against the NCAA, meaning he will be ineligible to play for Tennessee this season. That leaves the Volunteers, if no successful appeal, with George McIntyre, Faison Brandon, and the guy from Colorado whose name I've already forgotten.
Ryan Staub.
Exactly.
I'm kind of I'm not particularly happy with the outcome, but I'm also honestly I'm a little relieved. It's like, let's go, man.
Ready to put it behind us?
Yep. That's the plan, for better or worse. Let's go. And also, it damn well better take out some of the ambiguity that we're seeing in other eligibility cases. That's the other thing. We were talking about that if it ruled in Joey's favor, then we're going to be seeing all sorts of chaos. And I still think there'll be some, but hopefully this will create some clarity.
All right. We'll take a quick timeout, take a minute to digest this news, see if we're missing any nuggets. Again, if you're just joining us, Joey Aguilar denied his extra year. We will go inside the story when we continue. 865-966-3435, your phone number. You can call or text the show today. 865-966-3435. More on the Joey Aguilar saga coming up next here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Miss any of your favorite Fan Run show? Listen to the podcast on our free Fan Run Radio app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia, courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys, every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life checking account from Citizens National Bank, offering extra benefits including bank travel. This September, experience the perfect fall getaway on the New England Rails and Sails Tour, or join CNB in October to chase the Northern Lights in Iceland. Get in on the fun by calling 865-429-7935.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Your smile says it all, so make sure it's saying the right thing. At Knoxville Smiles, we believe healthy teeth mean happy lives. Invisalign is a clear aligner orthodontic treatment that gradually straightens teeth without the use of traditional metal braces. And now, at Knoxville Smiles, we're offering Invisalign special pricing for new patients. Call for details at 865-539-1776 or just visit us at knoxvillesmiles.com. Don't wait another day to love your smile. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Fan Run Radio, The Drive continues. Russell Smith, Bob Baskerville, Baron Walker back with you for our final segment of the first hour show, already flying by on a Friday afternoon. And Joey Aguilar, access denied to a final season of eligibility for Tennessee. Turns out 2025 was his final season, barring an appeal. I got a text from somebody in the 423 says he can appeal, but it would need to be approved in a very short time frame. Certainly seems like a long shot. Somebody, the 270 says, pour one out tonight for Joey Turnover. Phil's calls we will never forget.
What's funny is I was talking to a local longtime high school football coach this morning, one of the Catholic guys, about it came up. He brought up George and said that he's basically 6'5", runs a 4.7 40, and has a rocket launcher for an arm. And he was all fired up about he wasn't going to be that upset about Joey getting denied. So I'm on the bandwagon.
Bear's already talked himself into it.
I'm there with you guys.
He's there. Yeah. All it took was the lawsuit.
Yeah.
Let me not going through, and some guy saying that he has a quote rocket launcher.
Well, he's seen him more than any. He's seen a lot of him in high school on the field.
Give me next week the chance to work the phase on.
Well, hold on. Your entire justification for being against GMAC before all this happened was that you had seen him in high school on the field and, quote, he wasn't very fast.
Well, he wasn't, but we got to make the best of a bad situation now, Russ. The kid's got my full support. Full support.
The dearth of information that it takes to change Bear's mind. You would think
it was more than I heard it from somebody I trusted, not you two.
Almost in almost 10 years of knowing him, you would think that at some point I would just get used to it, but it still just flabbergasts me every time it happens.
I'm telling you, I marked the tape because let me come back Monday and talk about the virtues of Faison Brand and see where we are.
You'll never get me on. I
never. Oh, you'll never get me
unless something happens to George. I mean, he'd have to. That's the nightmare scenario of starting a true freshman in the Southeastern Conference. If you're wanting to make it to the playoffs, I think. When's the last time a true freshman started and had any high-level success?
True freshman?
True freshman. I'm not just talking about Tennessee.
Jake Fromm? Wasn't he true freshman?
I mean, Bryce Underwood had a pretty decent year at Michigan this year and had them like a couple spots outside the playoffs on a team that was coached not well at all.
It's true.
I don't know, man.
Eric Ainge, Brent Schaefer,
that was
beating Florida. Ancient history.
Yeah, I mean, that was over a generation ago. Ainge has got gray hair now.
22 years ago.
So, I mean, we just got to make the best of it. He's going to be the guy. It's not going to be that Staub guy from Colorado. We all know that, right? Unless he comes in, he's like the second coming of,
Magic Mike with a couple of winners in the text box. If a Catholic coach told Bear that God Bless the USA was the greatest song ever, he'd be the biggest Lee Greenwood fan known to man.
Well, first of all, Mike always with the joke. Second off, no, that's not true because they've tried to tell me he doesn't agree with me on the whole Lee Greenwood thing. I mean, the guy is a hack.
Mike also says, beginning of the end for Heupel, poor planning by hitching his wagon to a judge. Will be interesting. That Georgia Tech game just got even bigger.
I don't think he hitched his wagon to the judge. Did he?
We'll never know because Josh Heupel doesn't tell us what he thinks.
I mean, who are we? I mean, Levitt was going to go to the highest bidder. He was for sale.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
the kid
know.
From Cincinnati, is Sorsby, was that his name?
Yeah.
Sorsby followed his smoke show girlfriend out there to the desert.
He went to Texas Tech.
Same difference.
What do you think George is thinking right now when he gets this news?
Oh, he's excited as hell. I would be.
No.
He's like Grandpa Joe in the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory when he gets the golden ticket. He jumped out of bed
and wearing the long,
danced a jig.
Yeah. I guarantee he probably, that's too bad. Then as soon as he gets in a room by
I hate
himself,
it for my brother.
Yes.
I hate it for my brother.
Yes. He's doing the Six Flags guy dance. You ever seen that?
No.
Oh, that's a classic. I'll have to call it up.
Willie Mays Hayes after he made the team in Major League going out.
Yeah.
I'm bad.
So, I mean, I imagine the pressure starts now. Step up, buddy. You're the front runner to be the starting quarterback for Tennessee.
Chris says 7-5 football season next year.
I mean, it's a tough schedule. We'll see. I think it's got more to do. Can our defense improve? Like, I think Heupel we'll have a decent offense. I mean, it's Heupel. I have no doubt about that. It's the defense. Can we get fixed what went wrong last year?
Vol Fan 1989 on the YouTube chat says Heupel isn't going to have the luxury of excuse to blame the quarterback play if it's shaky on inexperience. I mean, that's true. I don't think these fans, Bob, if we get halfway through the season and we're on the struggle bus, I don't think anybody's going to want to hear, well, we just got a young quarterback and we got to people are going to say, rightfully so, well, that's on you.
Yeah.
You've got a plan for that, dude. This is your 6th season. Whose fault is it that you're going into it with a freshman quarterback?
The live chat's blown up, and most of it is more towards GMAC needs to go carb up.
Oh man, okay. So that will replace Joey turnover for the conversation I'm already sick and tired of in the offseason is how many milkshakes has Joey or George McIntyre drunk today?
Yeah, exactly.
Is it drunk or drank?
Drank. I don't know.
Consumed. Yeah. Brent TV3 says, hope GMAC goes and eats a pizza and ice cream to celebrate. GBO Kyle Beach says, hopefully GMAC's headed to McDonald's to get
good
10 Big Macs.
That's good.
I would say GMAC's probably seeing his board certified nutritionist if he's seeing anybody.
Does it change? This is all. We won't hold anybody to any of the predictions they make today because this news is hot off the presses. I've been saying 10-2 with Joey. We're going back to the playoff. I mean, it's you're certainly not going up on whatever your prediction was.
There's just no telling. I think it could be anything between 7-5 and 9-3.
There's Mr. Six. The Six Flags.
That's what you've been doing over there is looking for the Six Flags. Thank you, Bob.
That just makes you happy, man.
Yeah, you're good to see you're dialed in over there. Grief, man. Let's get Matty Ice in here. Matty Ice, you're on the drive. Joey Aguilar denied. What do you think about it?
I'm actually with Bob on this one. I hate it for Joey, but this should make any fan excited because of the unknown. And yeah, to your point, the floor is probably 7-5, but who's to say George, to Bear's point, doesn't go out with that rocket arm of his and just light it up to Staley and Matthews. I mean, I think this is going to be the first time where you've got an unknown at quarterback, and it should make us as a fan base hungrier than ever just to see what you have in George. And who's to say Faison doesn't come in and maybe win the job? I mean, that would be a longer shot than most. But I'm just saying, I think the question I have for you all, with that first conference game being in Knoxville versus Texas, how much does this change y'all's likelihood of us going in there and getting the win? I'll hang up with that thought. Take care, boys.
The likelihood of us beating Texas at home? Is that what he was asking?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think that might have been a non-starter, even with Joey at quarterback myself.
Oh, I don't think it was a non-starter. I mean, I think it's less likely now.
That's what I'm saying. I think Texas is loaded, man. I mean,
sure. I think it was a toss-up with Joey. I would have to, if not a strong lean, at least a slight lean to Texas in that game now.
Oh, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying I was a lean to Texas even with Joey. So, yeah, I think.
So explain to me how this is good news today.
It's not necessarily good news, but you know what?
It's bad news. We just got worse.
Yeah, but we all felt a little dirty about it.
Yeah.
And it's all these changes are happening so fast, and there's so much crap going on to all these sports that we've grown up loving with all of our heart. And I don't think it's a bad thing that Bediako's not allowed to play, that Joey got denied, and I think this may be the line in the sand they're drawing, because if they can't decide and judge who's eligible, then there's no point in even following anything the NCAA has to say.
That's been the case anyway. Look, I get it. I mean, I've said all along this is not good. It's not healthy for college sports, but I don't see a line being just one lawsuit didn't go through. I don't know, man. All I know is it's very hard for me to sit here today and say that I'm happy when we all acknowledge that our projected win total just lowered.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I'm happy about it.
I'm actually saying let's cut to the chase. Joey was going to be gone next year anyway. I believe we were more likely to lose to Texas even with Joey. So for you to say it's a bad thing, I'm saying let's get some consistency here. Let's not keep cycling quarterbacks out every single year.
But what I mean,
you
got a chance to build
on the immediacy of next year. And I think what Bob's saying is, let's go ahead and get George in next year, even if the season doesn't turn out how we want it.
So we're punting on the season?
No,
we're not punting.
Listen, man, you say like you didn't think we were going to beat. I think it was a toss-up with that Texas game with Joey. I think we're going to have, it's a fine offense, and that was going to be an exciting game. I can't sit here and say I have any confidence now that we're going to win that game.
Well, I don't know.
And that's depressing to me. Hey, really appreciate all the folks in the YouTube chat right now. Do us a huge favor. Smash that like button. Hit the thumbs up so that we can get the numbers up in here on the algorithm as people find out that Joey Aguilar has been denied his bid for a 18th year of eligibility or whatever it was he was going for. Hit that like button, like and subscribe to the Fan Run Sports YouTube channel so that we can continue to grow here. Hour number 2 of the drive coming up. Walker will reset the Joey Aguilar news for us, those of you just joining this afternoon. And then we're going to check in with the Cookie Man. He's over at Lindsey Nelson Stadium getting ready for Tennessee baseball today against Kent State. First pitch coming up here in about 35 minutes. Hour number 2 of the drive coming up. Stay tuned. It's Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. The voluntary reaction. As soon as the UT game is over, tune in to Fan Run Radio's post-game free-for-all, featuring instant analysis from your favorite Fan Run Radio hosts and your phone calls. All the joy, all the rage, all the passion. Win or lose, it's must-hear radio. The voluntary reaction. Raw, unfiltered, real.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life. Days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half. Simple luxury for on and off the course.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Have you ever found yourself wishing your clothes looked brand new again? Whether it's your favorite suit, that little black dress, or your comfy winter coat, Crown Cleaners can make it happen. From stubborn stains to delicate fabrics, the expert team at Crown Cleaners uses the latest cleaning technology to ensure your clothes come back looking and feeling fresh. Visit one of their 2 area locations, Kingston Pike on Bearden Hill or South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Online at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
I'm a pretty great multitasker. I can wash dishes and do laundry. I can roller skate while walking my dog. I can even order lunch while doing my homework. But I can't use my phone while driving. A distracted driver is one of the leading causes of death in the United States. So when it comes to driving, please, don't be a multitasker.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville. Fan Run Radio.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Hour number 2 of the Drive underway. It's Fan Run Radio, and the Top 4 at 4 is brought to you this afternoon by our friends at Knoxville Smiles. Walker Smith, hit it.
Hey, Russell.
Hi.
One second.
Take your time. No rush. You've only had 5 minutes to get ready for this.
I've had a lot going on.
Take it easy on my fella.
All right, we're good now. At number 1, Joey Aguilar has been denied a preliminary injunction against the NCAA. Barring an appeal, he will not be eligible to play for Tennessee in 2026 following a week-long decision by a Knox County judge after the hearing last Friday. The Vols will now look to redshirt freshman George McIntyre or true freshman Faison Brandon to lead the team.
Well, for one, George McIntyre from Brentwood Academy in the Mid-State, opportunity knocks. Do you guys see any way Josh Heupel would ever embrace a 2-quarterback system the way Fulmer did back in 2004 with Schaefer and Ainge?
No,
because I think that very well may be one of the few times that it's ever worked, and it did until Brent Schaefer got broke down in South Kakalaki.
Just wonder if Faison is close enough, if you get him out there and get him some reps.
I mean, I imagine we'll see him, and I imagine we'll see him at some point.
I'm sure.
Now we may be brewing for what if Faison comes in, guy? You know what's going to happen. He'll come in, and because he's legit 4-4, 4-3 guy.
Here, everybody's going to want to make the comparison to 2024 and Nico because he was a redshirt freshman. And so people are going to say, well, we're just going to have to be patient with George the way we were with Nico. You can still win that way, but it's just you're going to be a little more conservative on offense and all that stuff. The difference is Nico didn't have another 5-star behind him on the bench.
Yeah, with a rocket.
So if George struggles, the backup quarterback is always the most popular guy in town, and fans are going to be thinking, oh, man, this is kind of hard to watch. This guy over here.
This guy's a 5-star, too, and he's supposed to be incredibly explosive athletically, and you kind of need that in the Heupel offense.
Something Heupel's never really had to manage. The closest thing he had to manage was Nico in 2023 behind Joe.
Bob, maybe we should start Faison.
Oh, God. Just any way the wind blows. We're going to start calling him Breezy Bear. His opinion just twists in the wind.
It's from Bohemian Rhapsody.
Mamma mia, mamma mia.
At number 2, J.P. Estrella remains day-to-day with soreness in his left foot, Tennessee basketball coach Rick Barnes said earlier this morning. His status is still in question, less than 24 hours away from a huge matchup at number 19 Vanderbilt.
We need JP, man.
You worried?
That's going to be a tough game, man, and that's where we have an advantage, so I'd love to be able to heavy up however we could there.
The key to this one, Jalen Carey's going to have to keep his cool Saturday.
Well, I was just going to say, though, it's let's hold out some hope that this is he just has a blow-up game. It's hard. It's almost like such a distant memory. Remember that Syracuse game?
Yeah.
Scored 20+ points.
Yeah. I feel like he's got another one of those in. I'm not saying it happens tomorrow. Walker threw it out there for Wednesday.
What did I say?
Oh, what
exactly.
Yeah.
Jalen Carey.
Oh, yeah. That was a miss. But this is the game, though.
This is the game
This
now?
is the game.
Right, well,
he's going to,
just guarantees his
familiar territory. He knows that basketball court well, has some of his best performances on that basketball court.
He's just going to go full Jefferson fast times.
20 minimum. At number 3, Tennessee baseball is set to start its second weekend series in about a half an hour against Kent State at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. The weekend rotation is the same as last week, with Tegan Coons pitching today, Landon Mack pitching tomorrow, and Evan Blanco on Sunday.
Actually, unless there's something that came out recently, the game notes say it's Mack or Blanco tomorrow, and then Mack or Blanco on Sunday, because Landon Mack evidently has been ill this week. And so there was some consideration that they might flip-flop, which makes sense. I mean, go ahead, let Blanco start on tomorrow and give Landon another chance to get healthy if he's feeling a little under the weather, and another extra day wouldn't really change anything up.
Mm-hmm.
Stay tuned for details.
Yeah, we will keep an eye on that one, especially with the pitching competition coming back.
Lineup is out. Manny Marin back in the lineup today at shortstop.
Good to see. He's a guy we've been excited
Antigua at second. Chris Newstrom in left. Blaine Brown DH.
Yep.
Might see a little Brandon Arvidsson action.
Potentially. We'll talk to Logan in just a second.
And at number 4, after another bad loss at home last night against Texas A&M, Lady Vols coach Kim Caldwell talked a lot about the future of the program, with her squad staring down the barrel of a disappointing end of the season. Quote, "When you talk about a career and how to build a program, you are learning a lot. You write them down and you continue to figure out how you want to build this and what you need to learn going forward. Those are philosophy and how to build, and I'll share those when the season is done. Right now, I'm very focused on continuing to try and win with this group."
Sounds like a coach who is ready for next year.
Yeah.
She's
on the hot seat.
Is it hot? I think her seat is officially warm.
I would agree. I think
she'll make the tournament. I'm turning the temperature gauge up to like
there'd have to be more of this.
There'd
have to be more of this off-court distraction, upheaval talk. Like, that's the only way I see her losing her job.
I think the last stand will be. I think she does get another season in it, because there's so many ladies that are leaving the program. You know, they're out of eligibility. Talasia Cooper might go to the WNBA draft. So next year, it's like, okay,
your players.
Yeah, but definitely, it's your players, and the time is now. There's not going to be a year 4. Like, you have to earn year 4 now.
Yeah, I would say that the seat officially gets hot almost at the beginning of next season.
Sure,
I believe it.
All right, that is the Top 4 at 4. It's brought to you by Knoxville Smiles. Don't put off your dental visits any longer. Do what I do. Go over see the great folks at Knoxville Smiles, South Peters Road out here in West Knoxville. Schedule your appointment online today at knoxvillesmiles.com. And as always, be sure to tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Let's go out to Lindsey Nelson Stadium and check in with the Cookie Man, Logan Quinton, standing by. His weekly appearance presented by our friends at Crumble Cookies. Good afternoon, LQ. How are you, sir?
Good afternoon, fellas. Yeah, I'm sitting here getting ready for the game up here in the brand new renovated press box in one of the radio booths. They were kind enough to lend me to do this, hop in with you guys. The press box obviously feels a little bit different today, as we're all thinking about the Wes Rucker and his family. And, you know, I'm just trying not to take any of these moments for granted, because I tell you what, you know, opening weekend last weekend, the new park was nice, the new booth was nice, but for me, getting back with this media group that covers this thing was special for me, because I just cover baseball, and so it's a seasonal thing for me to get around this tremendous group of men and women, and Wes was a part of that, so he'll be sorely missed, but you know, there's plenty of inspiration to draw from, and I think that's what we're going to do. And first pitch is coming up here in just a little bit, and if Wes has any say in the whole deal, I bet we're going to see something funky tonight. Like, Ariel's going to put one over the fence. We're going to see an inside the park home run, something. I can tell you the wind. He would love to report on the wind right here. We, you know, gave him a hard time about that all the time, and lots to take in. But we're ready for some baseball here in just a few minutes.
Yeah, that's a good point too. You know, being a reporter on a beat where you're around the same people every day, it's like any other job. Those are your coworkers. You see them every day, and you develop relationships and everything. And I did that stuff for almost 10 years in the 2000 aughts, and I don't miss a ton of being in press conferences and stuff like that. But that is one aspect I do miss, is meeting people and developing those relationships on the beat and everything. So I know it's kind of a heavy scene up there at Lindsey Nelson. Hey, Logan, before we get into this baseball game, the news just coming down, Joey Aguilar denied his extra season of eligibility. We've got a poll in the field at Russell_Smith on X. How do you feel about the Joey Aguilar being denied another season here? So far, we've got 55.2% of the audience says it's the right decision, but I'm sad. 26.4% of the audience says the judge screwed us, and 18.4% say good. The judge got it right. What do you think, Logan?
And I'm far from a legal analyst, but from everything I heard going into the injunction, the consensus was, hey, got a pretty good shot at this thing. And then when they had the hearing, then that it kind of shifted to like, man, at best maybe 50-50. So things seem to be trending the way that this decision, like you said, this is news to my ear, but it looked like it was trending this way for whatever reason. Man, I just think back to when the season wrapped up and bowl game and all that. We were there for a little while. The transfer portal and getting a QB was a big topic, and nothing really. We didn't land a guy. We didn't land a Joey Aguilar from this portal cycle, and I don't know. I think that at the end of the day, you got to proceed with what you got with McIntyre and Faison. And, whether it's right or wrong, I don't know. But it definitely seems like there's a trend. I'd be anxious to see the other cases and how they end up, because it looks like for whatever reason there's a trend going that these guys in the similar seat may not get granted that.
Logan, I'm just looking at the kind of the 4-1-1 on Kent State, if you will.
Yeah,
it's a pretty good team, right? I mean, they're
very good team.
Preseason pick number 2 in the MAC.
Mm-hmm.
I also am I'm a little struck by they've got an all-name team, to be sure.
Yeah,
I mean, these two guys have combined for 6 home runs already for this team. Sawyer Solitaria and Ripken Reese.
Well, yep. I wonder who he's named after.
Yeah, he's born. He was born in Maryland, so
okay,
says it all. But I mean, this and they hung with LSU just earlier in the week, right?
Yeah, that was a 10-7 ball game, and for anyone that watched that game, LSU got out to a pretty fast start. I think the biggest spread was like 8-2. But as you mentioned, this is a tough Kent State lineup. They return a bunch of guys. It's an older group. This team won the MAC regular season last year, actually tied with Miami, and Kent State got the tiebreaker. They went 1-2 in the MAC tournament, and lo and behold, Miami of Ohio comes to Knoxville for the regional. They're a lot like that Miami team, which struck a fear in Wake Forest and Cincinnati and Tennessee. But I'll tell you what, this Kent State team has another gear over that Miami team of last year. And I would say they have more talent across the board. It's going to come down to the pitching for Kent State if they want to steal 1 or 2 here in Knoxville, because the lineup, like you mentioned, up at the top, they've got Sawyer, Solitaria. If this is a diamond in the rough, if there ever is one in terms of a draft prospect coming out of the MAC, last season out of the horizon, Boston Smith was a guy that ended up a 6th-round pick because of his power potential. He turned on the hit tool for Wright State. I could see Sawyer Solitaria having a moment like that, because he's the MAC Freshman of the Year in 2025, and he's already off to a fast start with 4 home runs. He had a monster home run down at the box against LSU to kind of spark them in that game. So we'll find out a little bit here when Tegan Kuhn faces off with Sierra and Coffey. Coffey's a guy that logged a lot of innings for them over his young career, or I should say his career, where he's had multiple seasons with the Golden Flashes, 84.1 innings total. It looks early on that he's kind of taken his career to the next level in terms of his pitching ability and the stuff he's got coming from the mound. He was really good last weekend against a really good Southeastern Louisiana team. That's a team that is always competing in the Southland. We saw Nicholls State last weekend from the Southland. CeeLo is multiple layers higher than that. And Kent State did not just sweep them. They throttled them all throughout the weekend.
Hey, Logan, I know we got to let you run so you can be in your seat for first pitch, but your thoughts on the lineup here. Not a ton of changes. Feels like Josh Elander is kind of settling in on at least a starting 7. We'll see maybe a couple of spaces up for grabs here, but Manny Marin back in the lineup. And, of course, we know we haven't seen Grimmer or Garrett Wright yet. Your thoughts on the starting lineup for this weekend?
Yeah, it kind of feels like this is Elander's ideal lineup, assuming that some of these guys like Ariel Antigua hits and Chris Newstrom hits. Whether you play Blaine in left field or at DH, I mean, that's going to be – obviously there's going to be some platoon there, especially when Grimmer gets back. But it's going to be a huge game or a huge weekend for Ariel. Hopefully Manny Marin at short. Hopefully he can get going, that soreness in the wrist. He got off to a slow start, an unfortunate start because he's trying to play through that soreness. So, Elander's mentioned this is what he wants up the middle, ideally, is Manny at short, Ariel at second. But it's going to come down to if Ariel can hit his way and stay in the lineup. There's going to be some opportunity over the next couple of weeks as we await the return of Grimmer and Garrett Wright. There's plenty of opportunity for Newstrom, Antigua, guys like that to show that they belong in the Tennessee lineup on a regular basis.
I'm just looking at the weather. I'm looking ahead to Sunday, the 1 o'clock start. That will not be for the faint of heart. 37 degrees forecasted high on Sunday.
Yeah,
jacket.
You probably need the sunscreen today, and then Sunday you're going to need a winter coat and multiple layers. So beautiful East Tennessee weather for you.
Logan Quinton live on the scene, Lindsey Nelson Stadium. All right, Logan, crumblecookies.com. Everybody go check them out. 3 locations in East Tennessee. This lineup, oh my goodness, you talk about the s'mores cookie. You talk about the Biscoff skillet cookie. You talk about the raspberry cheesecake, the Buckeye brownie. Oh my God, they got it going on.
Yeah, Russ, it just dawned on me that we're doubling up this week.
Yes, sir.
Hey, perfect time to double up on crumble. If I had to choose two, I'm going with the Biscoff skillet cookie and the Oreo crumb. I know you love the chocolate. This lineup's got enough for you, Russ. I mean, between the chocolate variety that they have going on. So you chocolate lovers, this is your week.
All right, go check them out. Logan, we appreciate it, man. Enjoy the game. I'm sure we'll be talking again soon.
Yes, sir, fellas.
Thank you, Logan.
Logan Quinton, his appearance brought to you as always by our friends at Crumble Cookies. Got a pair of tickets to tomorrow's game. What did you say the weather was for tomorrow? It's like high of
tomorrow's not bad.
Upper 50s or something.
Yeah, exactly. I think Sunday's the outlier, but tomorrow, just bear with me. I'm looking the high is 64 tomorrow.
Is it going to rain any this weekend?
No, well, it's 15% chance tomorrow. I mean,
there's just a cold front moving in on Sunday.
Oh yeah, it's all the way up north too. I mean, they're getting a nor'easter in the northeast this weekend. So
we got tickets to all 3 games, and I was my initial plan was to just abscond with tomorrow's tickets, and then I realized 2 p.m. basketball. We'll be doing voluntary reaction.
Mm-hmm. Certainly will.
So let the record show. Russell put duty before fun.
There you go.
I will be in here hosting our basketball pregame show, postgame show tomorrow instead of lounging, soaking up some rays over at Lindsey Nelson.
Yeah, 4 p.m. first pitch tomorrow. Forecasted high 62 degrees, 5% chance of rain.
Bob, you going to be around?
I'm not.
It's funny how that works out.
You got Bear and Walker and Davey can handle it, right?
Sure.
No.
Can I host from Lindsey Nelson?
No.
I don't know. Chris Lee
can I host from
good.
the porch?
We could get you.
And
in
if we
from
could,
Lindsey
we should have
Nelson.
gone out there and done this today when it was going to be near 70.
Oh, that would have been nice.
All right, caller number 10. I got a pair for you tomorrow, 4 p.m. first pitch at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. Tennessee baseball against Kent State. Be caller number 10 right now at 865-966-3435. 865-966-3435. Caller number 10 going to Tennessee baseball tomorrow at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. When we continue, Joey Aguilar denied his extra season. What does that mean for Josh Heupel and the Vols? We get into it when we continue next here on Fan Run Radio.
The Drive.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Rickard Ridge Barbecue. It's more than just dinner, it's a destination. Hey, this is Russell Smith, and whenever somebody asks me for a barbecue recommendation, I always tell them to take the quick drive up I-75 and visit Rickard Ridge Barbecue. Rickard Ridge is about a 20-minute drive up I-75 from downtown Knoxville. Just take exit 134 in Caryville, hang a right, and Rickard Ridge is tucked just inside Cove Lake State Park on your left. You can't miss it. Fall off the bone Memphis-style baby back ribs, slow-smoked chicken thighs, fresh, juicy, hand-cut steaks. Rickard Ridge has it all. And this ain't no Yankee chain store fly-by-night operation either. Owner Mark Rickard has spent years honing his smoking skills in Memphis, and his secret recipe and techniques have been driving East Tennessee wild for years. So make time to check him out. Rickard Ridge Barbecue inside Cove Lake State Park and online at rickardridgebbq.com.
What's up, Fan Run Nation? This is Evan Rogers with ECR Total Landscapes. I'm happy to announce that our free stump grinding promotion for Fan Run Radio listeners is now extended to March 31st, 2026. If you've got trees in your yard that need to come down before they fall on your home, don't risk it. Call ECR Total Landscapes and mention you heard our ad on Fan Run Radio, and we'll get rid of that problem tree for you and grind those stumps for free. Call us at 865-384-2012 or check us out online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Back here on the Drive, Fan Run Radio, Friday afternoon edition of the show, 105.7 FM, 1340 AM. We are streaming online, as always, at fanrunradio.com and on your free Fan Run app. Also on the Fan Run Sports YouTube channel. Be sure to mash that like button. The more subscribers we get, the more we'll have to make equipment, staff upgrades, all that good stuff. And check out the podcast, brought to you by our friends over at Broadway Carpets. However you want to listen. The poll is in the field. If you're just joining us, huge news dropping at the end of our first hour today. Joey Aguilar denied his quest, I guess you could call it, for another season of eligibility. We'll see if he appeals. How do you feel about Joey being denied another season? It's the hot question of the day, already over 400 votes cast at Russell_Smith on X. 57% of the audience says it's the right decision, but I'm sad. 26% said the judge screwed us, and 17% are saying, good, the judge got it right. So I think the audience is mostly sad this afternoon. Sad that, even though they feel like the right thing was done, that Joey doesn't get his year. That's by far the most respondents. And then, the second most are people who are saying, man, we're getting screwed over here.
Yeah.
I'm part of that group that, again, to be clear, if Joey had been given an extra year of eligibility, I would have been on board with it. I'm more just relieved that it didn't drag out, and we know, for, like I said earlier, for better or worse. And I don't know. It's like, let's have a quarterback competition, man. When was the last time we talked about that? Somebody on the live chat said, and I agree with this, we talk about Ainge and Schaefer, the two coming in between GMAC and Faison Brandon. I think that's a better pair than what we had back then.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Those two were rated pretty highly, but it's similar. It's certainly similar for sure. MJ on the text box says, was looking forward to hearing Phil call in if the Joey decision would have gone the other way.
Yeah, on the live chat, Kid Huddy 7 said Phil avoided his personal 9/11 today.
Oh no,
come on, man.
We probably won't be hearing from Phil today. He is probably doing a keg stand. So I mean, it's his personal VE day. He's kissing a nurse in the middle of Chapman Highway somewhere right now.
Jesus Christ,
whether she wants it or not.
Yeah,
well,
true.
Easy now.
I rumor around the streets of Essex, Phil's not real happy right now.
About what?
He feels that was a very ugly, mean-spirited attack. Personal attack was aimed at him.
Who was
Rusty?
Rusty?
Yeah.
Well, it was pretty mean. Personal appearance is not show fodder, unless, of course, it is. Texter from the 901 says 5 years ago, GMAC and Faison competition was the norm, and it was something to get excited about.
I know. There you
the
go.
floor is lower with those two, but I think the ceiling is higher. I've heard two former players who have radio shows say GMAC was the better thrower of the ball on campus. Well, if that's true, Joey, my lasting impression of Joey Aguilar will just that beautiful rainbow deep ball, man. He could, I mean, he might not have been able to throw it through a brick wall, but he could throw it far enough, and he was on the money. When he dropped back in that first game against Syracuse and hit Staley in stride on the deep ball, it was like Andy Dufresne out in the rain once he got out of that tunnel.
Washing that stuff from the tunnel off.
Finally, we're hitting deep balls again.
It's one thing to have the best arm talent in the building. It's a whole nother thing to walk out on that field, especially in a conference game, and deal with everything that entails. I just don't think George was ready last year.
I'll be on the bandwagon by the season start sooner than that. But I'm going through a change of a quick change. Butch Jones.
I mean, before all this court stuff, you were fully on board the King George. You were like the head of the King's Guard.
You were.
I was, but I also thought that Joey Aguilar is our guy, and I'm on record as saying, hey, Joey Aguilar is 10-2. We're going to the college football playoff. I'll be back. I'll get on board the GMAC train and everything, but I don't know. I mean, it's going to depend on so many unknowns, right? Not the least of which is him, but probably more so Jim Knowles, because the reason we were able to go 10-2 into a college football playoff with a similar situation, redshirt freshman and Nico, is because we had a dominant defense.
That's what I said in the first hour. It's got more to do with that than it does the offense. I assume Heupel will have an adequate offense for us. It's all going to come down to our defense. But, yeah, you were fully on board because that's how it started. Now I was not wanting to get on the – I don't give up the ghost yet.
I had to work my way there, though.
I did too, but I mean, you make fun of me for having to work my way there. I didn't really work my way there until Joey got turned down. I was like, okay, I'll just pivot now.
We're not the same, my friend. I like to have
I know ball
reason. No, I prefer to let my opinions be guided by reason and logic.
Yeah, you know what I love about you? You have never let the facts get in the way of a good argument.
I mean, we had
ironic, but anyway, 865-966-3435, your phone number to get on the show this afternoon, 966-3435. Let's talk to Jamie. Good afternoon, Jamie. You're on the drive.
Hey, fellas.
What's up, Jamie?
Hey, Russ, you never did mention how'd y'all finish last night?
We tied, and then we all lost.
What?
It was, nobody.
Yeah, we ended up.
We didn't have anybody. I
all
think
had 0 points.
I think Talk Sports finished higher than any of us, but it was a pair of listeners, and I'm sorry, I do not remember the couple that won, but they were a pair of listeners, and I felt bad because I didn't know until right when I was leaving, and I was just so
blown away by the West.
Yeah, twisted around that I don't remember their names, but they knew their sports because those were some hard questions.
Hey, you big leagued them, huh?
The last one was a stupid question.
That's the thing about those sports trivia. You go in there and you're thinking you're going to get some, and they hit you with like some tennis and some Olympic stuff. And
well, not only that, but like all the questions were on stuff that's happened in like the last 20 years. So I have all that useless, like black and white, sepia toned knowledge.
Yeah,
that
same.
like just was completely worthless.
No, it was complete setup for us last night. I felt like
I did not help much. I'll be honest. The team drive. I feel like Walker and Bob were doing a lot of the heavy lifting, and Bear nailed the NASCAR one. And
there was one other one I nailed. We had an Olympic question, Jamie.
Everybody got that.
What was it?
Who, as of yesterday morning, had the lead in the overall medal count.
Oh, so that's not trivia.
Yeah, it is.
That's just news.
That's news. Yeah, that's current events.
Jamie. Don't you come in here and say, that's not surprising. You're going to side up with W again.
I thought you were going to hit me with something like what UT wide receiver won a gold in the bobsled or something like that, back in
I don't think it was gold, but it was Willie Gaul.
There was one, the other one that was really hard was which heavyweight champion boxer held the heavyweight title belt for the longest, and it was a multiple choice of
question.
Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, and Alexander Usyk.
Huh. Okay, nobody from outside the 2000s, huh?
I mean, I'm guessing that everybody guessed on that one, and a couple people got it right. I mean, you got a 33% chance of getting it right.
Was it Tyson Fury?
Nope.
That's what we guessed. It was Wilder.
Yeah. It was Deontay Wilder. I felt like after finding out it was Wilder, I felt like it was a trick question because I think everybody just remembers Fury beating him twice, and everybody forgot that Fury wasn't supposed to win that first fight. I mean, Deontay Wilder apparently had been the champ for a long time. So,
and I think Fury had been retired himself and was out of shape, but well, it's always fun getting out there, rubbing shoulders with the fan run audience. I'm sure that helped a little bit last night. I was gut punch reading that. His poor family, man. I just sick to my stomach over that. So, R.I.P. Wes. Guys, Russ, I would be shocked if Schaefer and Ainge were ranked higher than Faison and GMAC. I really think that these two guys are ranked higher than either one of those were, and
I would be surprised. I mean, Ainge was was he drafted? I can't remember which round he was drafted in MLB, but Ainge was one of the best athletes in the country his senior year.
Best quarterback,
multiple sports.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he played basketball
and baseball. I thought
having an
good
uncle,
basketball family. Yeah,
good legend for an uncle. I'm deep down. I'm like, man, it's going to be exciting now. But man, it's about time for one of your pessimistic, misogynistic, optimistic.
Misogynistic. I love that.
And because one could say Heupel took Appalachian State's quarterback and led the SEC in passing. That's pretty good. let's see what he can do with a guy with some talent. When you said the Andy Dufresne reference, I was thinking that deep pass right on the money reminded me of one Hendon Hooker, just hitting guys right in, I think Hendon more threw it on a rope, but hitting a guy in stride deep is always fun to watch. It takes me back to the early days, like you mentioned earlier, Willie Galt. Just seemed like that was the best route to run with guys like him. Was just, you burn that corner and I'll hit you. But guys, that's tough, man. I'm sick to my stomach. I hate that. I knew that he and the fan run had some good ribbing back in the day. That guy gave as good as he got, and we'd gone into it a time or two on the radio before he moved over to the print part of it. But man, he'll be missed, man, and that's tough. I enjoy a good antagonist, and he was one, and I had a lot of respect for the guy. So prayers for him and his family, and y'all hang in there.
Well said, Jamie. Thanks for the phone call. 865-966-3435. Number to get on board here. Let's get some random guy in here next. Rando, you're on the drive. Fan Run Radio.
Hey, guys. First and foremost, before anything else, man, I interacted with Wes a few times. I'm sure a lot of us did that are out there listening. He would respond and he would interact. And, beyond the media side of things, just everything you see today from everybody who really knew him, just probably the most genuine, caring person at all levels with people he knew and they really even didn't know. So, huge loss especially for the people who loved him. And, I just hope God looks out for them and, gives them peace coming up. 'Cause, I think for all of us, man, it's just an absolute gut punch hearing that. With that out of the way, not to be somber any more than we need to today, because it's a pretty heavy day. Russ, close your ears for a minute. I need to talk to Bear about the Olympics.
Close my ears? If only.
Hey, Bear, did you catch the women's curling match with U.S. Switzerland?
Was it last night? It
was.
I didn't. Like, we were at that thing, and then I was in a really weird headspace, and I got more personal bad news this morning. But
I'm sorry,
no, I didn't catch it. I will tell you, Rando, that right now the United States men's Olympic hockey team has their belt off, and they are just absolutely beating the hell out of the Slovakians.
Taking it to the Chechens or the Czech Republic.
It's a Slovaks, and they are just they're trying to get away from them, Rando, and we're got a hold of their shoulder, and we're still whipping them with that damn belt. Buckle size.
What's a score?
I want to be
4-0 second period.
Yeah. That's like being up 42-0 in the second half of the Super Bowl. Yeah. Well, that women's curling match for just to make sure everybody in the audience is asleep except for me and Bear. The U.S. had like a 3-point lead going to the 10th and final, and they ended up coming back to tie it, and then we got the last point to win it, like on our last throw, which was just over the Swiss, which is actually a very good curling team. For those of you that
they care a lot about it. Nobody in America will care anything about this for another 4 years.
Yeah, but
Russ probably won't even win.
The women are on to the semis. So they're still alive for curling gold. So we'll hope for that, and then let's just take it to the Canadians on Sunday if they can get past their game today. Last point, keeping it with women's sports. I watched that game last night. Watching that game last night felt like watching Kelly blow that game against South Carolina in the SEC tournament. I had the same vibe that at the end of that game, I was like, this is it.
Yeah, but in Kelly's defense, that South Carolina team was South Carolina.
That was South Carolina. Yeah, we weren't a 20-point favorite. But watching that game last night, the body language, the chemistry, everything about this team is completely wrong, guys. And I'm telling you, look, I'm not trying to get Kim fired. She's doing a good enough job of that on her own. But Danny's going to have a hard decision to make, because even if they make the tournament, what's the direction of this program? Even if they win a game in the NCAA tournament, I mean, you're talking about a team that's going to go 4-8 or 4-9 down the stretch. It's not good, guys. It's not good at all. And I mean, I know people are like, well, they won't fire her because she's going to make the tournament. They fired Kelly when she made the tournament. They fired Holly when she made the tournament. And I tell you what, I know it's only year 2, but everything about that women's basketball team right now, guys, feels wrong. It all feels wrong. And I think Dave's going to have to make a decision. I think he's going to have to make a decision on the future of the women's program early in the postseason this year, because it's just not right, guys. So that's all I've got. We got VR tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Yep, Walker and Russ will be here.
I will talk to y'all after we go B2A at the Memorial tomorrow.
All right.
So,
I hope you're right.
talk to y'all then, guys. See you.
We got Bad Luck Walker in the house, so.
Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Well, I mean, we're not putting it on you. I mean, it's just it's.
Don't put
facts.
that evil on me.
And we're not superstitious as a show, but we're a little stitious.
I will admit it's been a long time since I've done VR after a game.
It has been
won.
many moons since one young Walker Smith has drank from the keg of glory.
I honestly can't remember the last one it was, to my knowledge.
It would have been whatever game we won before Oklahoma, wouldn't it? Or no, who did we beat before Vanderbilt?
Oh, Florida?
Yeah, that may be the
Football?
last time we won one with you in here.
Coming up, Joey Aguilar denied his bid for an extra season as Tennessee's quarterback. George McIntyre and Faison Brandon now front and center as a quarterback competition, and really something we haven't had in a long time. I know they said it was a competition last offseason, but we saw how that turned out. Really have to go back to year 1 under Josh Heupel, when it was Hendon Hooker and Joe Milton and Harrison Bailey as a three-way competition there. So we will discuss what that means, something we haven't seen in about 5 seasons here in East Tennessee. Stay with us. The Drive continues. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive. Streaming worldwide at fanrunradio.com and on the free Fan Run app. This is Big Orange Country's sports talk radio superstation. Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess. But isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Check out Lenore City's newest place to hang out, watch sports, and drink the best craft beers in America. The Casual Pint Lenore City is now open on Highway 321. They've got over 30 beers on tap, with everything from lagers and pilsners to sours and IPAs, as well as stouts, porters, and brown ales. You can also create your own six-pack from their singles cooler or pick up some packaged beer and a growler fill to go. And be sure to bring your appetite because they have a great menu featuring appetizers, brats, burgers, flatbreads, and wings. It's the Casual Pint Lenoir City, now open on Highway 321 across from Gold's Gym in Lenoir City. Swing by and check them out, and don't forget to tell them Fan Run Radio sent you.
Citizens National Bank.
Experience the thrill of traveling with C&B's exclusive travel program. Customers age 50 and above with a Plus Perks checking account can participate, ensuring a safe and delightful travel adventure. Take a day trip or an overnight trip. Travel domestic or international. C&B is always on the go.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wilco at Knoxville Smiles. Have you ever wanted to improve the look of your smile? We know firsthand what the power of a great smile means to a person's confidence and health. Our team of doctors can provide you with an array of options for helping you achieve your cosmetic goals. From simply moving teeth into a better position, to reversible cosmetic bonding, to full mouth implant-supported dentures. It is our goal to help patients feel good about their appearance while achieving optimal health. Want to learn more? Call us at 865-539-1776 to schedule an evaluation or visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com.
Fan Run Radio, the drive continues. Justin Jordan on the YouTube chat says, now Russ and Bear will have to eat crow. After all the disrespect they gave to George, now going to have to suck up to him. I don't think I ever disrespected George.
No, you were the one who was on his. I didn't really disrespect him. I had some concerns.
The only reason I'm disappointed for Joey, first of all, because I think he's a good kid and I would have liked to see him play again.
He lost $2 million. That's the other part.
Yeah, he lost a bunch of money, and we lost our best chance to win as many games as we can next season. And if you don't believe that, then why did Josh Heupel sign off on Joey's lawsuit the way he did? I mean, clearly he wanted him to play. So, I mean, I think that's beyond argument. My only drawback with George, and there's nothing that can be done about it, is that he's inexperienced. He's young. I think George is a fantastic prospect. I always said that. I just hoped that he would have gotten to play a little bit more
last year
as a backup. That's the same thing we said about Nico.
That's on Heupel, man. And I think that's a legitimate, I don't know if I call it a beef, but, it's a legitimate question.
Well, there's so many things that you've got to self-assess and self-scout with with your stuff. And, I mean, I know that Merklinger knew the system because a year ago, he's in the same position that George is right now, right? Mm-hmm. He's just finished his red shirt year. Your head is spinning. I don't know, but then going into your second season, things start to slow down a little bit. You go through another spring practice. Oh, I'm doing all this stuff again for the second time now, little bit easier. And I know that kid worked to talk about Merklinger. So when Joey goes out in a blowout situation, you play your backup and he's earned those reps, but these are the difficult decisions these coaches have to make, right? Is it about earned or is it about what's best for the program? Because as you sit there right now, you say, well, every snap we gave Jake Merklinger last year was a wasted snap. And I think I did the math at the end of the season. Merklinger was something of like 24 for 31. Over the entire season. Those were his stats, right? Well, that's an entire game. Given George McIntyre, allowing him to play. And you didn't do it. And it doesn't help you at all. You could have had 31 more passing attempts for George going into this season. And you gave him to a guy who's not on your roster anymore.
That's really the Illinois bowl game. Again, I have to qualify it by saying I didn't watch it, but and that says it all. That's a game that just didn't matter to me as a fan. It's like,
where were you?
I was at the movies. Remember, we were on vacation. We went and saw.
You just didn't watch the game?
I recorded it and watched it later. I didn't watch it live. No. Now my family all wanted to go to the movies, and I'm trying to be a family guy, and I did it. Because
Bob, not very Volled up.
Not for that game. And God, was I glad I didn't, man.
It was a barrel of laughs.
Yeah.
Real fun.
But you look back on that now, and it's like, man, that would have been a good example of, would have been nice to get McIntyre out there, because it really didn't matter what happened when Joey was out there. We lost anyway.
Sam Trock says, I don't think there will be any difference in production with GMAC versus Joey, but my God, it's annoying having a different quarterback every year. I don't know, man. I think a 25-year-old Joey Aguilar in his second season in this system, his fourth season of FBS football, his seventh season of college football, I think you had every reason to expect that the production would have been higher under those circumstances than under George McIntyre as a redshirt freshman or Faison Brandon as a true freshman. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I mean, on top of all that, he was going to come back from having a tumor removed from his throwing arm that apparently had hurt him the entire back half of the year.
Jonesy says, worst case scenario, GMAC has a meh year and Faison transfers. That's the Vol Sports Online. That's what we need. Yes. All right. Well, you got to know. That. I mean, I think you have to prepare for all scenarios, right? Okay, that's the worst case scenario. Everything sucks. Best case scenario, George McIntyre comes in and has a Johnny Manziel, Jameis Winston-like redshirt freshman year where he just balls out, and our defense is much improved under Jim Knowles, and we're back in the college football playoff playing for championships.
Yeah. I mean,
what's more likely, worst case or best case?
I think it's in between. I think he can be effective, and we're going to run the hell out of the ball. And the defense will hopefully emerge. Like we said earlier, puts a lot of pressure on the defense now.
And potentially Sean Bishop.
Yep.
Having to be the guy.
Joshy Boy is next. What's up, Joshy Boy?
What's up, guys? How are you doing today?
Doing all right, thanks.
First off, guys, thoughts and prayers to the Rucker family as they are struggling through this difficult time. Never got the opportunity to meet Wes, but I heard he was a really good dude, and I got to interact with him on X. So thoughts and prayers to his family.
Thanks, Joshy Boy.
No problem. So I want to start off by saying I probably was in the minority. I wasn't against Joey getting a 6th year coming back, but I'm kind of glad his appeal got denied because you got to see what you have for the future in McIntyre and Brandon, because if Joey would have got approved, maybe one of those guys would have transferred the next year, entered the portal.
Maybe this, maybe that. Again, I think that was going to be your best case scenario. You're dependent on Heupel and Halsley and whoever else they consider in their quarterback offensive brain trust in that scenario, Joshy Boy, to identify who is the better prospect between George and Faison. Because, yeah, you're right. The other one of them is going to transfer. Like whoever wins the starting job in 2027 in that scenario, the other one is gone. So you'd have to figure out who that better prospect is while you're hopefully winning games with Joey, but we don't have to worry about this anymore.
Yeah. You guys were mentioning earlier our last big win came against at Alabama. I kind of respectfully disagree with that. I think that Georgia win was kind of big too. Not as big as the Alabama game, of course, but I think the Georgia win was big since it was on the road. Thoughts?
It was a big win. Anytime you win on the road, it's tough. I mean, Georgia had they had a really big road win at Kentucky. this week. So they're a decent team.
Yeah. And I mean, you not only won on the road in overtime to boot. So,
Right.
Yeah, that was a big one.
How do we feel about tomorrow, guys? Do we feel confident that we'll come out of Memorial with a win?
I am not so confident, and I don't mean that in a critical way. I just feel like this, Vandy's coming off a loss. They're playing at home. It's a difficult place to play. Our road, our track record, if you will, there the last few times has not been great. And I'd say there's no shame in the Vols going and losing a close one there if that's what happens. I still think they can finish out winning the next 4 after that. But I'm kind of hoping, of course, that they win, but I feel like they're probably due for a road loss.
Yeah. Guys, out the door, I was at the game Wednesday night, and Bob, you were probably in attendance too. When Sterl the Pearl came out, and he got so loud, my eardrums almost bled because I feel like it was really extra bit louder than it was usually. And that is on the things I hate the most. Bear probably loved it seeing.
Bear's in y'all's camp. He's in the old man, turn it down camp, the get off my lawn camp. The Sterling's too loud camp.
It's not an old man camp. I mean, Bob's comment, I like to listen to stuff at a loud volume. Bob, you've witnessed that.
Sure.
Y'all get yourself some noise canceling headphones. Get yourself some earplugs together, Joshy boy.
All I've said is he needs a better producer. He needs somebody to control it, to mix him.
Yeah.
It's a horrible mix. Too much, too loud. It's distorting. Every time I've heard him live, it's just been loud. And can we not go a day without taking a shot at a VFL who's one of the nicest guys in town?
If you notice, I haven't said a single thing here.
You said something earlier that I caught and Russell ignored.
I didn't name
yeah,
him.
Yeah, everybody knew what you were talking about, Bobo.
I mean, when you're Sterling, like, you don't have a lot of time in between breaks to get your stuff in.
Yeah, I know. Kind of like right now.
You've really got to be aware of how much time you have. We got to take a quick break. Stay with us. Hour number 3 of The Drive coming up.
The Drive. Fan Run Radio, where Big Orange Country comes to talk sports. Start your morning off with your daily dose of talk sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11. Then it's Tony Basilio from 11 to 1. The Playbook with William Pattison from 1 to 3. And The Drive from 3 to 6. It's 10 hours of hard-hitting local sports radio every day, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Hey Knoxville, Surfside iced tea and vodka made with real brewed tea is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, 0 carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies, acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
It's time for The Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quit time on your Friday, 5 o'clock here on Fan Run Radio. Congratulations, you have made it. The weekend is here. And it starts, as always, with the Top 5 at 5, brought to you by our friends today at ECR Total Landscapes. Walker Smith, what you got?
At number 1, Joey Aguilar has been denied a preliminary injunction against the NCAA. Barring an appeal, he will not be eligible to play for Tennessee in 2026 following a week-long decision by a Knox County judge after the hearing last Friday. The Vols will now look to redshirt freshman George McIntyre or true freshman Faison Brandon to lead the team.
And Bob, you were telling me that already Tennessee fans, the internet sleuths out there, are putting on the tinfoil hats, and we have George McIntyre, Judge Haggerty conspiracy theories out there.
Whoa.
Yeah, I have
Connect the dots for us.
I have seen that. I mean, there's some chatter that maybe there's some, loose or maybe tighter than we knew affiliation between the judge and the McIntyre family. That's what people are saying. I have no idea. So
you have no idea if that's true or not. That's
exactly.
Never stopped this show before.
I want to be clear that I'm just repeating something that I've read.
Reckless speculation.
Yeah, and somebody
not by us.
Somebody on the live chat said I was joking, and it's like, no.
Well, that's how this stuff starts. You were joking, but the guy who saw your comment and takes it to the VolQuest board wasn't.
No, I was going to say it's elsewhere. It's not just on the live chat. It's on the social media strata.
Haggerty is friends with the McIntyre family.
Reportedly
does this as a favor to them so that their son can.
Yeah,
I love that. College sports.
Guy's been on the bench for better part of his career. Is going to let a personal relationship.
A story that you would have definitely bought had this happened in Mississippi. Oh wait, it did happen in Mississippi.
True.
The judge had ties to Chambliss?
No, but the judge didn't the judge get
very
emotional?
Similar to the one.
The judge was like misty talking about it and everything else. I say,
son, he's a good.
What's Foghorn Leghorn the judge down there? I mean, what?
I said, son, Trinidad is going to get to play.
Yeah.
He did get misty.
Yes, he did.
At number 2, Rick Barnes and Tennessee basketball have a big in-state rivalry game at number 19 Vanderbilt tomorrow afternoon. Tip-off is scheduled for 2 o'clock Eastern, and JP Estrella is listed as day-to-day, according to Coach Barnes. The game will be on ESPN, and the Vols are 2.5-point underdogs.
Dickie V on the call tomorrow night.
Yep.
That's fantastic. I mean, I used to not like, and I still don't really like listening to him call a game, but that dude's a warrior. He's been through so much.
Tough
and
guy,
it's just,
man.
It's just good to see Coach still getting out there and being able to do it.
And I just saw him post again that he just went in before he traveled and got more feedback from the doctors. Still very, very clean.
Yeah. I mean, you say what you want about Dick Vitale. That's one tough old bird, man. Good for him. He's a PTPer. I will have the sound turned down and be listening to Mike and Chris.
Was that over by the time you were of age, Walker? Like
what?
The Dick Vitale impressions and sound-alike contest. They used to have Dick Vitale sound-alike contests back in like the 90s and early 2000s.
We didn't do the sound-alike contests, but the imitating Dick Vitale is alive and well.
Can you do one?
Not off the top of my head. But
it's awesome, baby. He's a PTP.
What a shot! What a
do it.
shot by Eamon!
That was pretty good.
No, me and my roommates in college for probably 3 straight years, we would just do Dick Vitale impersonations to each other almost every day.
Okay.
With whatever we were doing.
It spans multiple generations.
Last thing on this, do we wonder if this is maybe his last go-round because he's kind of been demoted? This is this is not one of the top
marquee
tier.
game.
No, he hasn't been. He's been with this broadcast team for the last few games, and it's not one of the marquee teams.
I mean, he's still sharp as a tack. I would hope that he has some place in college basketball, some kind of voice in it.
No, he'll always have a place, but I feel that they're just going with Billis and I'm blanking on.
Honest to God, I would rather go over to Knox Smiles and let those folks clean my eardrums with a dental drill than to listen to Jay Bias.
Wow.
There's
On that note,
we move on. At number 3, Tennessee baseball has started its second weekend series against Kent State at Lindsey Nelson about 30 minutes ago. Tegan Coons is the starting pitcher today, and the game is tied 0-0 in the second inning.
Getting kind of tingly about baseball, huh, Russ?
Oh, yeah. Super excited about we're playing UCLA a week from today.
It's down in Houston again at the Astros Stadium.
I saw an article. They're awfully smug out there in Westwood. They don't have to recruit outside of the area, which is probably true. There's
a lot of good baseball players come from there.
Southern Cal, but
they were preseason number 1 on multiple publications.
Where are we playing them?
Houston.
Houston.
No, I'm sorry. Dallas, Fort Worth, Globe
Wait.
Life.
Is this separate from the Houston series we're doing?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of UCLA, did you see Mick Cronin walked his comments back?
No.
Not about what he said to the reporter, about what he did to the player.
I did watch the clip. Yeah.
He apologized to the player.
He apologized to the reporter?
No.
That was worse.
No. You raising your voice at me?
I'm sorry. I was waiting.
You're on camera right now.
Raise it at him.
Man, everyone can see it.
Yes, I would raise my yes, I'm raising my voice at you. You're being an idiot right now, Mick. Deal with it. What do you want to fight?
I love Mick Cronin.
It's too bad there's not somebody in, because it's not the first time a coach has behaved badly towards a reporter. I just wish there was somebody from Fan Run sitting in there that might call somebody on, like what you just said. What are you going to do? You going to fight him, Mick?
Little Mickey? What's that guy, like 5'9"?
Not even.
$180.
So short.
That's what he did say, by the way, about what went on with his player. He goes, I saw the video later. He goes, from my angle, he goes, I'm short. I couldn't really see. He goes, I thought it was a much more, he goes, I thought it was a foul like in that Providence St. John's game, but it was obviously not. So I went and apologized to the kid. He's a great kid, blah, blah, blah. So he got coached up by somebody like, man,
using the wrong.
You're losing the rope, man.
Yeah. At number 4, we have an incredible weekend of college hoops with some potential Final Four matchups upcoming. Tonight, the best games are Indiana playing at number 7 Purdue and undefeated number 22 Miami of Ohio playing at Bowling Green. On Saturday, the main events are number 4 Arizona at number 2 Houston, number 1 Michigan playing number 3 Duke, number 6 Iowa State playing at number 23 BYU, with Vandy and Tennessee as the best SEC game.
Literally, that feels like 2 games we could be seeing in Indianapolis at the beginning of April.
Oh, yeah.
It's like Final Four matchups tomorrow.
They are. I love that Michigan and Duke decided to play this game at this time.
They're playing in D.C. too.
Yeah, they're playing
Neutral
where
site.
the Wizards play.
Yeah.
Boilermaker Bob in full Boiler regalia tonight?
Oh, no. They should win, though, I think.
I know the alliteration works, but I can't call him that ever since I found out he's a Sycamore.
Yeah.
Oh, but he's a Purdue fan.
He's a Purdue guy. Yeah. He'll always be a Purdue guy.
He can't deny it.
He's got a smile on his face. He's a Purdue guy.
Yeah, but when they're playing Tennessee, I root for Tennessee at this point.
What if they're playing Indiana?
Bob thinks that was a foul on Carson Edwards. He thinks Lamonte got him.
I wasn't a part of this whole thing back then, so
big Fletcher lawyer guy.
Oh yeah,
Bob Baskerville.
Big Ryan Klein.
You like Gene Katie?
Who should? Huh?
You like Gene Katie?
Love Gene Katie. Play hard.
Boring ass Purdue basketball, Bob.
All they did was win, man.
God, it's like watching paint dry, man.
He's the only guy who had a winning record against Bobby Knight.
Huh?
Is that just because he played him more? Well, no.
No, it's pretty interesting. All right, Bear, it's time. Y'all thought we forgot?
No,
of course.
No,
not.
Give me.
Forgot. Yeah, let's do this instead of the kicker that always spurs conversation. Let's do let's napalm the show going into the third and final
number
hour. That's
5,
good.
it's time for the Drive's Winter Olympics update from Milan as the games start to come to a close with only two more mornings of action.
Finish strong, boys.
The men's hockey semifinals were today as Team USA is playing Finland right now, as well as finals in men's biathlon, women's ski cross, men's aerial skiing, half pipe, and speed skating. With more from the games, I give it to my partner, Mr. Bear.
Oh my God, Russ, we had a. Could you be a pro for once on this show?
I'm very
a lot of gold.
Hey, for what it's worth, I'm very engaged. So
All
fire
right.
away.
The U.S. took over second place in the medal count.
Yeah, we did.
We brought home a no. It's not. Could you please, if you don't want to, if you can't participate the right way, just wait until we're done, please. The U.S. moved into second place in the overall medal count with 29, 10 gold, 12 silver, and 7 bronze. Won a lot of gold. We got a lot of hardware since we last talked, Russ. As we were going off the air yesterday, America's sweetheart Alyssa Liu won gold in women's figure skating. First gold since 2002.
Incredible comeback story.
Been a long time. Not sure what's going on with the piercing in her mouth. That was kind of freaky, but we don't need to get off, off into the ditch and talk about that.
Those are the nuggets we need. Those are things we weren't aware of.
Did you see her,
Is
Russ?
that it?
No. In men's freestyle halfpipe, gold medal goes to U.S. Olympian Alex Ferreira. Corinne Stoddard.
You're pausing like we're going to have some sort of neat insight into that.
Well, no, that's
a good discussion point. You think we should jump in there and
He's reading the news. Let the man read the news.
By the way,
God.
what we did get listener engagement. Somebody on the live chat said, "Bear, please use a Russian accent."
Pretty good.
Tell them to go to hell. Corinne Stoddard won bronze in the women's 1,500 meter short track. And right now, barring a Kentucky-Tennessee basketball game like meltdown, the U.S. men will be playing Canada in the gold medal game Sunday morning, 8:10 Eastern.
Yes.
Be there.
I will be there.
No, it is not.
Let's do a watch party for that on Sunday.
Yeah, let's all meet at Russell's place.
8:10 a.m.
I don't think he'd come to the door.
You don't think he'd answer the door for Bob Baskerville?
Huh? What'd you say? I'm sorry, Walker.
Let's do the watch party at Russell's.
Yeah.
Bear, what do you think about this chick who's like she's American but she's competing for the Chinese?
That's a good story.
I've always thought that was really, really odd.
That makes you want to break out your copy of Mao's Little Red Book and celebrate a little.
No,
some readings.
Well, because I've got a family member who was at one point was good enough to get invited to tryouts for hockey, and I'd asked him if he didn't make like the U.S. He's got dual citizenship. He's a citizen of the U.S. He's also
in China.
No, Germany. And I'd asked him if he didn't make the U.S. team, would he try out for the German team?
Yeah,
and he said no. So I don't like it. And this girl's born here, and she went to Stanford, and she got paid a lot of money to go win that gold medal for China. Which it's kind of like the NIL, but on the international level, China.
Bear having family ties to Deutschland is just, my head is spinning with the possibilities all of a sudden. I don't even know if Commie Bear. I mean, how does Commie Bear compare to Nazi Bear?
Whoa!
Hey, we can't put that evil on my guy. We can't put that.
We can do like it's funny to do. The commies killed just as much as the Nazis. More, 100 million people died.
Well,
in Russia
that
and
is
China.
factually correct.
Yeah, but one whole side of my family, I mean, they told them they were going to get showers, and it wasn't water that came out, so it's kind of hitting a nerve there.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. I mean,
it's just a little. It's in poor taste, but
everything's.
We should keep the line moving.
It's an incredibly poor taste by you. Not surprising. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, what do you think? I mean, it's to me, it's very similar to NIL and transfer portal. Just on an international scale, think about it.
I've always seen that, like in the Summer Olympics, like in the basketball, for example. There's guys from the U.S. that
Joel Embiid.
Yeah, but I mean, and they don't even have affiliation necessarily with.
I think
the
she should have to move to China. If like you should live in the country you represent. Like if it's like okay, sure. you can play for China. Pack your bags. You're going to Shanghai.
Bob, do you remember when Kobe was at the Olympics and was it Paul was playing for, and Kobe's like, look, man, set me up. I'm going to run him over. I'm going to let him know we're serious.
Oh, it was the Spain game. I think that was
Paul Gasol.
Yeah.
He decleated him.
Well, that was that team that was in the medal round the last Summer Olympics, the South Sudan team. They had guys that were not from the Sudan at all.
Yeah.
They're Sudanese descent.
I don't know. They had something going on there.
I mean, this happens all the time in soccer. Like if you watch World Cup soccer, like how many guys do you think on France's national team are actually from France? How many guys on the U.S. national team are actually from the U.S.? I know 2 of them that are English, at least.
Hey, this whole importing people from third world countries, completely ruining our national identity, is having some payoff.
Certainly.
Lifting some trophies. All right, that is the top 5 at 5. It's brought to you by ECR Total Landscapes. You check them out online at ECRTotalLandscapes.com. Mention Fan Run Radio to get free stump grinding now through the end of March at ECR Total Landscapes. Coming up, we have a poll in the field this afternoon. Joey Aguilar denied another season. It is the GMAC and Faison show for Tennessee football in 2026. Or so it would appear. What do you think about Joey being denied? Do you think the judge got it right? Are you sad? Or do you think we got screwed over by the whole conspiracy angle is, I want to look into that.
Piqued your interest, huh? We do have some breaking news.
Judge Haggerty.
Breaking news.
Meeting with the McIntyres. This better be good, Bear. I swear to God.
Wait, is this what we talked about earlier? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, this is huge.
It's huge
news.
You talked about earlier.
Yeah,
we're waiting.
We're going to a break. I'm in a damn tease. I swear to God, if this is
it's pre-rehearsed.
If this is the
news.
Olympics, like you're both fired.
Wait a second. Breaking news. They're like, well,
yes,
we
like,
talked about
that.
It
Doesn't
earlier.
that doesn't? We're taking a break. Stay with us. The drive continues. More Fan Run Radio coming up.
The Drive. Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching for Fan Run Sports.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run. Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Have you ever found yourself wishing your clothes looked brand new again? Whether it's your favorite suit, that little black dress, or your comfy winter coat, Crown Cleaners can make it happen. From stubborn stains to delicate fabrics, the expert team at Crown Cleaners uses the latest cleaning technology to ensure your clothes come back looking and feeling fresh. Visit one of their 2 area locations, Kingston Pike on Bearden Hill or South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Online at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
Check out Lenore City's newest place to hang out, watch sports, and drink the best craft beers in America. The Casual Pint Lenore City is now open on Highway 321. They've got over 30 beers on tap, with everything from lagers and pilsners to sours and IPAs, as well as stouts, porters, and brown ales. You can also create your own 6-pack from their singles cooler or pick up some packaged beer and a growler fill to go. And be sure to bring your appetite, because they have a great menu featuring appetizers, brats, burgers, flatbreads, and wings. It's the Casual Pint Lenore City, now open on Highway 321 across from Gold's Gym in Lenore City. Swing by and check them out, and don't forget to tell them Fan Run Radio sent you.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, "I've got your back." That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Back here on the Drive, Fan Run Radio, Ariel Antigua strikes out looking 2 on, 2 out in the second. We go to the third, still scoreless at Lindsey Nelson. Joey Aguilar at the game today, by the way.
That's wild.
Awkward. I guess he can go to the combine now.
Do the whole thing.
Yeah, go all in. He doesn't have to. It won't be awkward for him. Like, hey, I'm here, but I kind of hope I'm not here, if you know what I mean. Now he can just
go and do it.
Yeah, and he's not going to get drafted. I would be absolutely stunned if he gets drafted, but I would also be stunned if he doesn't get a camp invite.
He'll
somewhere.
be on some roster in the summer camp somewhere. He'll get a shot.
Yeah.
He might make a practice squad. All right, Russ, it's time. Take me to the desk.
You're just determined to crap on the show.
This is very
today.
important.
I just following up your lead on our Olympic segment that we worked really hard on. It's official now. In-N-Out Burger in early stages of opening Knoxville area restaurants. The Knoxville In-N-Out Burgers will be the easternmost outpost to get In-N-Out in the United States. Huge news for Knoxville. It's a gazillion-dollar business coming into town. Burgers everywhere. Delish.
Incredible burgers.
I'm an In-N-Out fan.
Yeah.
Of course you are.
Yeah, Bob. He's a West Coast guy.
So overrated.
Hey,
Stop.
Come on.
So overrated. It's good. It's fine. It's good.
Versus,
it's okay.
Versus what? Are you like a Whataburger fan?
No.
Or?
What would you rather eat, In-N-Out or Pals? And what's a bigger cult?
I'd probably rather have In-N-Out than Pals. But like In-N-Out is just the Pals cult on a much wider scale.
Yeah.
Doesn't
yeah.
Pals have all sorts of different food though, besides burgers? That's what I like
They have
about In-N-Out.
a little bit more wide menu.
Variety.
In-N-Out just sticks to their knitting, man. They just do burgers.
Are you an animal style guy?
No, I mean I'm familiar with it, but no, I'm pretty
Too
basic.
much.
Pretty
Their
basic.
milkshakes their milkshakes are elite.
Milkshakes are elite.
Fries
Burgers
are
are
good.
elite. By the way, speaking of food-related incidents,
Do we need to go back to the news desk again?
it's not breaking news. It's just a recent story.
I will say I've seen an evolution.
It's not even breaking news. Like
Yeah.
I saw this yesterday.
I've seen like evolution of total abuse
Yes.
of the breaking news.
Yeah,
That's why I'm saying this isn't breaking news.
Can't trust you
I'm
guys.
just bringing up. It's very important.
Where
It's a
breaking
very
trust
important
right now.
court case that also went down alongside Joey Aguilar.
This is the kind of thing that could erupt into a big debate on the drive, though. This one.
Well, let's hear it.
An Illinois judge ruled against a Chicago man who sued Buffalo Wild Wings, alleging the chain's use of the term boneless wings was deceptive marketing.
It is.
The man in March 2023 challenged that the Buffalo Wild Wings had false and deceptive marketing about their boneless wings. And the judge ruled that boneless wings are, in fact, wings, which is completely and utterly wrong.
It's patently false.
Patently false.
Well, I don't know, man. That judge may have been friends with
Big Chicken
BW3 family or something.
I'm just trying to think back to my days at former radio stations when you'd have a program director. It's like, okay, we have major breaking football news this afternoon. Literally happened during the show. It like I'm just trying to picture the look on any of these guys' faces. It's like you went from the Olympics to what
In-N-Out Burger.
In-N-Out Burger, and I think we had another nonsense.
And then a groundbreaking lawsuit.
Yeah. We're killing it. We're killing it, boys.
There's a lot of comments on the live chat about what we're calling breaking news, saying that that's like 3 days
Yeah,
old.
we're going to have a staff meeting here and iron a couple of things out. 865-966-3435, your phone number to get on the show this afternoon, 966-3435. Hot question poll in the field this afternoon, over 500 votes cast at Russell _Smith. 55.2% of the audience says it was the right decision by the judge today, but they are sad we don't get another year of Joey Aguilar. 26.3% say the judge screwed us. And only 18.5% say, good, the judge got it right.
Here's the other thing. When we're kind of poking fun about the narratives and everything else, one thing that we saw when we watched this a week ago, and I think we all agreed on this based on what we saw and heard, was it felt like Joey's legal team was not exactly killing it.
No. He literally had to wake his lawyer
Yeah.
up and say, dude, the judge is talking to you.
Yeah.
Weigh in here.
Yeah.
Should he have just stayed on the Pavia lawsuit?
I mean, obviously, I don't know that Pavia's going to win, but
hey, guy did not have a good performance.
now, again, here's another question, and feel free to tell me if it's a stupid one, because I'm kind of a stupid guy. But if the Pavia lawsuit goes forward and he wins, can Joey play?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
That's a good question, though. Did he complete?
I
thought, didn't he remove himself from that?
Because Joey was suing, like he broke it off and say, this is just about me. But Pavia's thing was a class action thing, right? There were Joey was part of it, and there were they're going against the NCAA, saying we want all junior college players to be able to play and have that not count. Or is it the other way around, where this ruling supersedes the Pavia case, and now
I don't know, but given what the NCAA's lawyer was arguing, I mean, we all heard it in court last week before last. He probably would have been better served to stay over there with Pavia and those guys with several other players, because Remember, he got to that whole deal about the junior college players and what you can't. That was when it got really convoluted. But bottom line, I think he should have stayed on the Pavia thing.
But back to your question, if that happened in Pavia 1, would he still be available to go back and somehow get in the game, so to speak? This is an unpopular take. I'm going to say I hope not. I just want it done, man. I just have to say.
Well, it should be. They've got to figure this out. Yeah, I mean, either it counts or it doesn't.
Yeah,
it counts for Joey, it counts for everybody, or it doesn't, and it doesn't count for anybody. We had somebody on the Twitter machine, Law County Vol, I believe, says if Chambliss and others hadn't gotten their extra year, I wouldn't have an issue with it.
Yeah, but it was a completely different thing. Chambliss's was a
medical red shirt.
Yeah, and he didn't play that year. He had some kind of tonsillitis or.
At the risk of beating a dead horse and sounding like a broken record, I know you guys are sick of hearing it, but if there are any listeners, like my opinion is get this in front of Congress, write a bill about eligibility. And this won't solve all of college athletics issues. When you talk about collective bargaining and who gets paid what and what the swimming and diving team gets, like all that, those are complex issues, but there is pretty broad national agreement on both sides of the aisle in both conferences, all territories, whatever, about, hey, we need to have a rule about eligibility. And you need to get Sankey and Petiti and Charlie Baker in a room and, hey, guys, let's come to an agreement. Everybody sign the thing. Congress pass it, make it a law.
I still think it's going to happen, man. Mm-hmm. Congress isn't going to do it. That's basically what Danny White said yesterday.
Well, no, he was talking about NIL. He was talking about the whole thing. He was talking about collective bargaining.
He also specifically said, if we keep waiting around for, I mean, I can look it up.
Yeah, but
that Congress wasn't.
But there's not. They haven't broken it apart, and that's what a lot of people much smarter than me have said. It's like, look, you're asking too much of Congress. That's why they can't get it done, because they can't tackle all this stuff at once. Just do the eligibility. Just carve out a separate bill, start over, do something simple, and get that done and determine who's eligible and who's not eligible to play college sports. And then we'll tackle the bigger stuff that Danny White and Donnie Plowman are talking about.
Mm-hmm. In Pete Nakos's article, he put a couple excerpts from Haggerty's order. Do you guys want to hear what his explanation was on this? All right. Although the plaintiff has not preferred evidence to demonstrate an effect on the public other than some figures from a decade-old report regarding how much revenue and jobs the University of Tennessee's football team brings into Tennessee and to the Knoxville community, the court notes that it is impossible to determine what effect, if any, the relief sought by the plaintiff in this civil action could have on the public interest or downstream consumers, Haggerty wrote. For example, the uncertainty regarding the NCAA's eligibility rules may cause confusion for consumers of NCAA football media, which may in turn negatively impact the consumers and the public interest. Regarding the court notes that the plaintiff has, as discussed in greater detail above, preferred no evidence to demonstrate that the alleged anti-competitive conduct affects the public interest or how the public, i.e. downstream consumers, would be positively affected if the JUCO rule was not enforced. Thus,
this is all, like, to your point, Bob, the lawyer, he didn't bring the right documents.
Yeah.
I mean, Trey Wallace, I remember he came on with us a couple of weeks ago and said, like, he doesn't think, this is before last Friday, he said he thinks that Joey should have just stuck it out as part of the Pavia thing.
I think so as well, man.
Anything else, highlights from that, Walker?
No, it was just the last sentence that the court concludes that this factor neither favors nor disfavors the plaintiff, which basically goes to show that Judge Haggerty, like, he kind of had to rule on the side of the NCAA because there wasn't clear enough evidence to make a definitive decision either way. So he leans towards no rather than making a groundbreaking yes to this case.
What he also said there at the beginning was that Aguilar's attorney didn't proffer any proof to support his claim.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes me wonder, man, maybe he should stay with Pavia or had a better lawyer.
It's just a badly run case by him. I mean, that's what I get at it, is that neither side did enough to really argue their case. Like we said, leading up to this. And the judge was like, okay, if I don't have the information, you guys aren't making a good argument, I have to just by default say no to this because I don't know enough about it.
DR Vol is next on the drive. What's up, DR?
I feel like Joey's attorney just mailed it in. I watched a lot of that, and he just looked awful, to be honest with you. And I, unfortunately, have been to court several times for several different reasons. I've seen good lawyers. I've got a good lawyer.
He didn't have a Jerry Givens or Marshall Griffin in his corner, that's for sure.
Yeah.
No, he had a bozo, it looked like. I mean, like you said, they had to wake him up. He seemed like he didn't know what he was doing.
I mean, for people that I didn't watch the whole thing last Friday, but there was a spot I was watching out here, and he starts laughing. I'm like, what? He said Joey had to just poke his lawyer. The judge was asking Joey's lawyer a question,
I saw that.
and the guy was like zoned out. He was over there looking into the distance like bear.
Oh,
and
dirty.
And Joey's like, he like pokes him. He's like, dude, he's talking to you. And he's like, huh? What?
There was a line from that attorney too that I began paraphrasing, but the spirit of it was, he said something. There was an argument from the defense, and he goes, I don't really agree with that defense, and I'm not sure I understand it.
Exactly.
It's like, it's just, I don't even know what to say about that, man. It's like, okay,
I don't understand. That's
Yeah.
what the judge wants to hear.
yeah.
He needed like a Saul Goodman. I just got done watching Better Call Saul for the first time ever, man. What a great ending to a show. That's what he needed.
Yeah. He should have called Saul.
Yeah. Well, you know, when I got to thinking,
Saul would have gotten Joey 3 more years.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah. He would
Yeah, and 8
have had
people
it
might
all
have
just
died
free.
as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say there might have been some murders along the way, but
I did watch it, and his attorney, honestly, is probably listening to the Olympic segment that Walker and Bear were in the show with.
Watch it.
It's true.
Watch
It's
your
accurate.
step.
When's that end, Bear?
We will have an Olympic wrap up on Monday, and then we will go dormant for 2 years until LA Games in 28, which Walker and I hope to be covering live and on the ground for Fan Run Radio.
it won't even be a wrap up. It's gonna be kind of a retrospective DR.
Yeah.
So expect like 30 minutes.
Got some patriotic
this
music
gold.
ready for it. So,
A couple of Russian war hymns.
I mean, if
Oh, yeah, I can imagine how that's going to go. An ode to President Putin and Woodrow Wilson. Have a good weekend, guys.
you are a punk and a clown. I don't know why we take your calls.
What's the Woodrow Wilson affinity? Did that
I
happen
don't
while
know.
I was gone?
That was just a name that we were talking about presidents. That's the only one I could think of. I can't even remember what I said. Just Woodrow
said
Wilson.
he was misunderstood, or
No.
He said that Woodrow Wilson was a pillar of integrity.
No, I did
Bear's
not.
a big Woodrow Wilson guy.
I did not. However, I did stomp a mud hole in Walker in presidential trivia. On
I heard that.
President's Day.
Not
I
a
heard
president's guy. I'm not a president's guy. What can I tell you?
That's the problem with your generation.
Oh,
Okay. Let's all sit back. Bob,
Bob
tell
just
us.
put Walker in a corner.
He said, Bob said, go turn around and go sit in the corner. Grown-ups are talking.
I guess I'll study up on my U.S. presidents.
Civics, maybe.
They don't have. We didn't have civics. Like we didn't have a class called civics. I remember we had a U.S. government in senior year and economics.
They've
a lot
added
of history.
I just heard the reason I brought that up. They've added a civics course to the curriculum over at your
Have they really?
alma mater. Yes.
What about,
that's good for
did
them.
you guys ever take ethics?
I took.
Did you have to take
what are
that?
those?
I took
your major?
ethics of journalism in school. That was it.
Bob just asked, what are ethics?
I was like,
What
do
are
we
those?
look like a couple of guys who you listen to the show? Do we sound like we're familiar with ethics? Billy Madison, what are business ethics?
I mean, as much as I like to bag on you two, and it's all in good fun, I consider you both to be
Took philosophy. I remember
really
that.
ethical people.
I had to.
Do you two more than anybody around here, I feel like would do the right thing just because it's the right thing to do.
Philosophy 101 at UT is the first It's taught by it was the first guy I'd ever met that was an avowed atheist.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right.
It was interesting. He was a smart guy. He wasn't that smart, but he was.
I learned ethics on the job, Bear.
God, you said that.
On the job
I
training.
learned it on the job, Bear.
You learned it from working with Howard Stern.
Google him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't imagine that zoo.
Stay with us. The shocking conclusion of the drive coming up. Speak now, forever hold your peace. 865-966-3435. Your number to get on the show, 966-3435. Back to wrap things up right after this.
The Drive. The voluntary reaction. Tune in to the Fan Run app and our YouTube channel immediately after every big UT game for instant analysis and crazy calls.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Where are the best ribs in the Volunteer State? Rickard Ridge. Who has the best barbecue catering packages in East Tennessee? Rickard Ridge. And where's the most beautiful setting to enjoy a meal with family and friends? Rickard Ridge. Rickard Ridge Barbecue. Just a quick ride up I-75, take exit 134, hang a right, and Rickard Ridge is on your left, just inside Cove Lake State Park.
What's up, Fan Run Nation? This is Evan Rogers with ECR Total Landscapes. I'm happy to announce that our free stump grinding promotion for Fan Run Radio listeners is now extended to March 31st, 2026. If you've got trees in your yard that need to come down before they fall on your home, don't risk it. Call ECR Total Landscapes and mention you heard our ad on Fan Run Radio, and we'll get rid of that problem tree for you and grind those stumps for free. Call us at 865-384-2012 or check us out online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life checking account from Citizens National Bank, offering extra benefits including bank travel. This September, experience the perfect fall getaway on the New England Rails and Sails Tour, or join CNB in October to chase the Northern Lights in Iceland. Get in on the fun by calling 865-429-7935.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
All right, wrap it up. The drive. Shout out to Brandon Lay, who's filling up the YouTube chat. Says we'd have more diehard Tennessee fans if they still taught state history.
They don't teach state history anymore?
I mean, there wasn't a state. I don't remember a specific Tennessee state history class.
I had it seventh
all.
grade at Bearden Middle School.
I didn't.
Same here.
Definitely didn't have that.
It was the most boring, and I love history, but I just remember being bored to pieces.
Yeah,
of
remember
that.
that you went on a couple of cool field trips.
The only thing I remember, I didn't go on any field trips. The only thing I remember from Tennessee history in middle school was Reelfoot Lake. I thought that was kind of cool.
They took us out to the Sequoia, where that early settlement. I can't remember where it was. It's like a fort.
Oh, you talk about James White Fort?
No, we went.
Like
we went there. That was one of those. But no, I can't remember exactly how you get there.
Do you know what Reelfoot Lake is,
No,
Walker?
not a clue.
It's a lake, I believe, near Paris, Tennessee, up in northwest Tennessee, that was created by was it the New Madrid earthquake, or is that the fault line?
That's the fault line.
There was this massive earthquake a long time ago that created a lake. And they say that like the fault line, the New Madrid fault line that runs like basically down the Mississippi is like we're overdue for another massive earthquake.
That would affect the world.
Yeah, we felt earthquakes in Indiana on the New Madrid fault line.
I didn't know. I forgot that the Mississippi sits on a fault line.
Oh, it's a lot worse than anything they got out in California.
It's
very stable.
Real Foot Lake was created. It's a 15,000 acre natural wonder created by the 1811-1812 New Madrid earthquake.
If the New Madrid ever let go.
And I think the mockingbird is our state bird.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
What's our state flower?
The daffodil.
I believe it's the iris.
Stone Lawless batting with the bases loaded and 2 out in the. Actually, it's Marin now. Lawless, I must have gotten out. So Manny Marin up with
flew out.
Bases loaded and 2 out over at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. Tennessee basketball tomorrow. Vols will be taking on Vanderbilt. It is a 2 p.m. tip. We will have voluntary reaction as soon as it's over, 4 p.m. right here on the Fan Run app, YouTube channel, all that good stuff. So be sure to tune in. Hopefully we'll have good news to share, and we'll be watching Game 2 of Tennessee and Kent State while it happens. Oh, I got to give away. All right, tell you what we're going to do. Let's hear from Rick Barnes talking about Vanderbilt and Mark Byington and answering a couple of questions. And while we're doing that, let's get caller number 10 for a pair of tickets to Sunday's Game 3 at Kent State, or against Kent State, which I believe starts at noon? 1? Okay. And you'll want to bring your jacket for this one. Caller number 10, 865-966-3435. Your number to win these tickets, 865-966-3435. Let's hear from Rick Barnes while we wait.
Mark's done a great job, ever since he's been at Vandy. I've watched him put together his first team, then his second team. He knows what he's looking for. He's got a system. He believes in it. I think one of the big things with this year's team, I love the improvement of players that return, and his returning players have certainly gotten better. And he's had to deal with injuries like most of us do at some point in time. And but he's done just a terrific job. He really has. Got off to a great start, obviously, winning preseason tournament, and he carried it over into a league that where he's teams like everybody, we go through the ups and downs. And I thought when they hit a little skid there, I thought it was their travel. It was a really wicked part of the schedule there. But he's done a great job. He really has done a great job.
Do you have an update on JP?
I haven't heard yet. He was up. They were doing some stuff with him yesterday in the treadmill, and we'll leave it. That's probably a day-to-day thing from here on out. I would have guessed.
Will you talk to Jalen about managing his emotions?
Yeah, I think he will. We'll certainly talk about it, and but I think this is the new world that we live in now. Guys are going to end up going back to schools where they left. I think it's going to be the norm now, and I like to think that we all handle it in the right way. Everybody that's involved with it.
What do you need from him right now?
What
do you need from him right now?
Consistency. Just he really defensively probably played his best game defensively. He did. He was really doing it. He missed some shots. I thought he let that affect him, but and some free throws. But overall, he's gotten much, much better defensively. And again, I thought the last game he showed that.
How have Amari and Ethan sharpened each other over the last week?
How they what?
Sharpened each other.
Well, again, you look down there; they're there. They know we need them, and all of it. We're going to need Mo Abrams. We're going to need Troy. We're going to need them all. Clarence, but their mindset's been good in practice. Obviously, this time of year we're focused on a lot of things, but we've got to get it done in a short amount of time. But the intensity can't fall off, and those guys have been good at trying to get the most out of each moment.
So it mean to you for Dick Vitale to be calling the game tomorrow?
Yeah, I talked to Dick yesterday, and obviously I love Dick, and the fact he keeps going is really remarkable, and he still has this tremendous passion for the game of basketball. I mean, he loves it. He loves being around the students. He loves being around, obviously the players, and I admire him. I do, for the fact that he just still has such great enthusiasm to want to get out and go do it.
Rick Barnes earlier today meeting with the media. I thought Rick, as a lot of people have already seen, also had a very classy gesture, said some really nice things about Wes Rucker and his family before speaking on it, but also had to get right back into his job, and a big one for Tennessee tomorrow at Vanderbilt. I think I saw plus 1.5.
2.5. Underdogs, 2.5.
That seems about right.
Yeah, it's a
to be honest.
pick'em game at a neutral floor.
I feel like this is a Michael Jordan gym. Take that personal.
The last 2 games we've lost there were both 1-point losses. Yeah. And I think
was one the dunk game.
2 of their last 3 losses this season, Vanderbilt's, are by 1 point.
Yeah, they're 5-5 in their last 10, but they've only been blown out one time. That was by Texas. That was their first loss. I think they lost by like 16. Otherwise, they've lost close games.
Oh, I'm not going to be comfortable even if we have a huge lead. I mean, they've come back from big leads numerous times, or big deficits.
I mean, Tyler Tanner is a problem. I wonder if that's a Bishop Boswell assignment or if Jacoby gets him.
Did we look any more into if what's that guy's name on Vanderbilt, their best player who might be hurt going into this game?
Duke Miles.
Duke Miles.
Chris Lee said earlier that it's kind of up in the air.
Yeah, and then I saw another post after Chris where somebody, I forget who it was saying that Byington saying he thinks Miles will play. But it's a question, I think Chris said that, of it might only be 5 to 10 minutes. He might just see the floor.
Who's more important? Miles more important to them than Estrella is to us?
Yeah, he's their second leading scorer.
He really ought to take tomorrow off. Think about his long term prospects.
Got a future to think about.
Yeah,
look at Darren Peterson.
I'll tell you the guy, and I keep thinking about. We should talk about that before we go real quick. But we think about 2 weeks ago, Colin Chandler. We talked about it here. Defend the 3. Vandy's got the same kind of guy in Tyler Nickel. This guy is a bomber, man. And
does that give it the shaggy hair?
Yeah, it does. No, that's Tyler Tanner.
Okay.
Nichols like 6'5", 6'6".
He's got a sleeve too, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Tatted up white boy.
Yeah, he's a shooter, man. Got to.
Oh, I thought you meant like an Iverson, like shooting sleeve.
No.
Sleeve of tattoos, huh?
What this Darren Peterson thing, and it's very easy to see Bob Self is over it. You could tell after the game the other night, he did not back down today.
No, he said it today.
I was looking for those quotes.
He said, and
Bill's over him, huh?
Yeah, Bill said he hasn't finished games. The bottom line is there's a way to change the narrative, and that's play and finish. That's the way to get people to quit talking. That's the first time Self is we heard him kind of ease into it the other night when people were asking him, why did Peterson sit out in the second half? And
some kind of prima donna.
I don't know.
If you're a bad NBA team and you get the first overall pick, I mean,
I'm starting to think about it. I mean, the guy's incredibly talented. I think that's what's going to carry him. Somebody's still going to.
Well, if you got the first pick, who are you taking?
It's him or DeBanza.
I'd say DeBanza.
At BYU.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd take either Boozer or Acuff.
You'd have to sit down with him and say, look, man, like walk us through what's happening. Are you legitimately hurt? You're cramping, you're dehydrated. Are you just saving yourself for the NBA? And once you get here, this isn't going to be an issue, or are you soft?
Yeah.
Because you look soft right now and you look entitled and you look like you're jerking Bill Self around, a guy who's accomplished a billion times more than you have.
Active Hall of Famer, Bill Self.
And by the way, you're getting paid. What do you think that guy's getting paid? $2-3 million?
Sure.
A year. And it's not pay for play. So it's not per game over there. But what a slap in the face.
Yeah.
To the people that are writing
Yeah, but know
those checks for Kansas.
Yeah, but I mean, we've talked about it ad nauseum on here in these professional sports leagues. They're some of the most risk-averse people you will ever meet, and this class is so loaded. He's going to end up getting passed up for sure. Bet somebody like a Nate. I'm not saying it's going to be Nate, but he's like the polar opposite of that. He's hitting the floor. He's playing 38 minutes a night and doing everything that he's been asked to do. And
maybe it won't matter for Darren Peterson, but man, it makes it hard to like him. It makes it hard to pull for him.
He is so smooth, though.
He's
to
so
watch.
good.
Yeah, he's incredible.
He's been drawing Kobe comps.
Yeah, yeah,
you draw Kobe comps all you want. The big thing is that is the most un-Kobe like.
Yeah,
no,
agree.
Lazy. I think we're just talking like his form, his skill level.
Yeah, it is ironic from that perspective. Congratulations to Alan Moore. He won the tickets to Sunday's game, and congratulations to Matt Michael. He won the tickets to tomorrow's game. Big thanks to Don and the gang over at Crown Cleaners for those tickets. Yep. We appreciate their support, not only of Fan Run Radio, but of Tennessee baseball. And remind you, for all your dry cleaning needs, there's only one place to go. That, of course, is Crown Cleaners. Go to the OG spot like I do up there on Bearden Hill, Kingston Pike, right across from Krispy Kreme. They are also in on South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. You go check them out. Be sure to tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. CrownCleaners.com. Click on the big blue van to learn more. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence. So real quick on the way out the door, we getting a dub tomorrow? Bob, you're not expecting it.
I'm not. I think it's going to be a close game, but I feel like I think we go home with a loss. I hope I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
Weird things happen in that gym. It's always a close game. It's
stupid gym.
We're winning.
Bears calling a dub.
We're
Walker.
winning, Bobby.
I hope you're right, man.
I like a close win in that stupid gym.
Let's go.
Jalen Carey.
20
the last laugh. Well,
20 plus.
Okay.
Double.
Easy,
oh,
big
God,
guy.
you got over your skis again.
3 blocks.
All right, y'all.
5 offensive.
We'll talk after the game. Voluntary reaction. Have a great weekend.
The Drive. Fan Run Radio, the flagship station for Tennessee fans.
This ain't no wishy-washy, limp-wristed, kale-eating, half-ass sports radio station.
We're your in-your-face, truth-telling, say-it-loud, flag-waving, face-painting, hardcore, bring the noise, causing a ruckus, don't give a damn sports station.
Sports talk that doesn't just hang up and listen.
For the fans. This is Fan Run Radio. Get some.
Surfside is made with vodka, real tea, and real juice, and has only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right. No bubbles, no troubles. That's why Surfside